It's working. It's working. It's working. What is working, you may ask? What is working? Let's see. See if I can go ahead and show y'all working. Bam. There we go. Got a little bit of the chat in there. So if you think I was slacking this morning and not doing anything just because it was Saturday, no, I was working. I was working. I was in there working. Yeah. So this is to hopefully. Sup, Sparta? What's up, Mike? Amir? Sup? So hopefully, it comes off looking nice. For right now, I don't. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm too much of a. I don't know if perfectionist is the word, but like, I still don't like the look. Now, granted, I was doing this. I was releasing the Lex guide, the Zatanna guide, trying to poll you guys on what you wanted. I don't even have my light set up right now. Dang. I guess it doesn't matter that much. I was gonna do a couple videos today, but it was mostly like I just want to play on stream. Um, where were you on the night of? All right, let me chill. And like this is the. Oh, I need to get my hair done too. Anyway, this was the start of it. Me finally having an afternoon where I wasn't like didn't have having a day where I didn't have anything to do. Like there's stuff I should have been doing. I ignored it because it wasn't that urgent, and I could finally work on this stuff. And let me see, I can put the chat up next to me because part of it was like trying to set all these things up. Sound is working. Appreciate you, Sparta. Yeah, and actually, I wanted to. Well, I don't know. Has anybody watched that? There's a new Disney animated. I guess it's a short series or whatever called Predator or Rise of the Predator or something like that. And I was tempted to do that for my first. See, now I have a screen issue. It's too much stuff. It's too much stuff. Now I have a screen issue. We'll get to it later. But it was Rise of the Predators or something. I was thinking about doing that as one of my first watch-alongs. I want to do Dark Knight Returns, those two episodes. I want to do Flashpoint, but I've already seen those. And then the Aliens, Predator, whatever it's called, Rise of whatever, I've never seen before. So then it'd be a genuine like first reaction to it. So I want to check it out and watch that as a watch-along as well. But has anyone watched it? Does anybody know if that's any good or not? I cannot remember the name to save my life. It's a new series on Disney Plus. Oh, dang. Pretty new to the channel. Love this game. Glad to see others do too. Oh, no. Love it too. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. You're going to get a guy who tries to help a lot and then ends up going on random tangents like why Mask of the Phantasm is a very important movie in American history. Anyway, all right. So I do want to do that watch along. So if anybody knows about that series, let me know if it's any good or not. Honestly, if it's bad, it might make the responses better. Today, I wanted to do a Steppenwolf guide. Yeah, I have one. If you're talking about Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, if that's the one that came out like 4 or 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure I have. If not, we can pop that on the list. In fact, I haven't even checked out any of the latest. I used to every like 3 to 6 months just search for the latest DC animated movie. I'm writing it down right now, actually. Predator, Killer of Killers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's 10 out of 10. Okay, cool. So then no spoilers. I'm watching that tonight with a microphone and maybe a camera. I'm not sure. Just to get my response. All right. See you in a minute. So Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. I'm pretty sure I watched that. I'm pretty sure. And don't get it twisted. I will probably watch all of the DC animated movies at a point. Like over time. Like that's the plan. If this is something that works out, like I'll do it on Patreon, do it some kind of low tier thing. And if this is something that does like work out and people like, I'll end up watching all that stuff. Because I think I'm going to start with animated first. I think that's what I'll do. But we'll see. Haven't seen Predator Killer Kills. Jail Apocalypse War is probably my favorite anime. You too, because Amir just said that yesterday. Because we were discussing which ones are the favorites, and I had to go with Mask of Phantasm, but it was a fight between that and Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller comic that was turned into two animated movies. Um, I gotta. Okay, I have to make sure I'm thinking of the right one because the one that I'm thinking of, no spoilers, but depressing movie, and part of the reason why I hate Constantine, or I mean, it just contributes. It's a drop in the bucket. All right, so also right now. I am stuck. Let's get into a little bit of game talk. I am stuck on Batman needing 16,000 titanium in order for me to finally get my last outside of level link characters up above 180. Once I do that, then all these other characters, let me sort them by what are these level? Yeah. Once I do that, because I already got these guys, once I do this, then these others will follow suit. And then I can get my entire roster up to like 185 as opposed to just these guys. And I'm struggling. People have asked me before, and damn it if I knew, I'd tell you where to like farm titanium. It's like this with every game. They're going to pick 3 or 4 resources that you absolutely need to progress, and they're going to make it hard to get it. You're going to get plenty of it in the beginning. You're going to be using it. Then you're going to be like, where did all of it go? Then you're going to think that you managed something wrong in the game and maybe you shouldn't have done this. Maybe you shouldn't have done that. And that's just not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Shut up, man. Shut up. That's not your fault because that's how it's designed. They have to design these kind of scarce resources to, and not trying to say anything bad. Everybody needs to earn money. I don't work for free. Well, YouTube, I did on YouTube until today. Hey, but like they're gonna do that because that's how they get into your wallet. Are you gonna be patient enough to wait for these things to come through, or are you gonna up a little bit of cash and make that next progression milestone that'll make you happy until we do it to you again? That's that dopamine. I appreciate the character guys you've been putting. Thanks. Here's the thing too. I really asked about. Trust me, it's so good. Constantine is okay. Cool. Okay. I think I've seen this one. Yeah. Okay. So then stop on the description. I think I've seen that one. But honestly, I'll watch it again. Appreciate the character guys, and I was gonna say this to you, Flip. And good morning. Although it's like afternoon here, and I think it's about to storm. Watch Snyder Cut. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. So you're not doing anything wrong when using your resources like that. You're totally fine. I got to figure out a way to farm them. Character guys, Flip. I asked the question. I put a question on the poll in the community tab because it was really funny. I thought the character guides were going to be the ones that everybody watched. And it turns out those are the least popular videos of the videos that I put up. And I guess it's because there's so many characters and people aren't getting the same ones. So all the views are getting spread out over I don't know how many of those guys I've done so far. And then when you get to like Evil Falls, everybody has to beat Superwoman. Everybody has to beat Power Ring. So then I guess everybody's going there. And then when I do the guides and stuff, the tips and tricks, like I have a shop tips and trick video, which probably I shouldn't be streaming right now. That video is going to drop in 30 minutes. That gives all the like shop tips and tricks that I recorded a little while back. And that one I know is going to do numbers because people like those guides and stuff. So I was genuinely asking because I was starting to wonder like if anybody was really like, not if anybody, I know people were watching, but if I was making content that people wanted to see. That's what the problem was. Because I do it anyway, but it's just kind of a good gauge to know what you guys are looking for. All right, so on to the titanium. And here's the problem here. I would be tempted to buy this, right? But when we're looking at the value of it, and this is just really random haphazard, and I'm talking myself through it, I just blame it on the algorithm. I mean, truth. What's up, Nintendo fan? Nintendo fan. All right, Nintendo fan. How old is Nintendo fan? I only ask because I'm about to ask everybody's favorite Nintendo game, and I swear you're going to see a gigantic line of delineation that goes across age. You're going to see a massive one. So if anybody wants to drop in the chat what their favorite Nintendo game is or was, go ahead. I remember, put it this way, my age is I remember when Mario 64 was revolutionary. I would sit in Sears and play on that free Nintendo 64 because we weren't getting a Nintendo 64. My uncle got me a PlayStation and my mom damn near lost her mind over that. May she rest in peace. So we were in that place. We were in that store playing Kazoo and Banjo. What was their names? Banjo and Kazoo. That snowboarding game, that 180 snowboarding game, and Mario 64. Honestly, I should get an emulator and start playing that on my phone or something because I never got to finish it because we were playing it in Sears. Here's a quick tip on these things right here. If you want to see how much you would get before buying it for 100 gems, what I did this morning, which I figured out, I was like, it's 8 hours, right? So here I have 18 hours of this, or 18 of these 2-hour ones. And so I was like, is this going to be a value at all? So I just boosted it up to have 4. And that means that if I spend 100 diamonds right now, I'll get 1,000 of these titanium from buying that offer in the base shop. I'm not really thinking that's a good value. If I burn all these right now, that's 4,600. And then I'll have this, which will be even less. So 4,600 plus another 260. So we're looking at 4,900. So yeah, and I need like 16,000. We're not close, guys. We are not close. Yo siempre veo tus videos, aunque no entiendas. Tú no entiendes. Necesito hablar en español. Paco. I definitely check the content. Anything helps, and your account is stacked, so I'm pretty good. Clarence for me to see how I should focus on that. Okay, and here's the trick. I'll give you the behind the scenes in case you guys want to do YouTube, and I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. But I have a friend. Oh yeah, my friend from Croatia, Sparta. I don't know if you're even back yet, but the friend from Croatia, her boyfriend is. What's up, Napo? I just replied to your message on Discord, by the way. Her boyfriend. Fiance, I gotta stop saying that. Fiance is trying to start a YouTube channel, and we were chit-chatting about it. And one of the big things that I thought of, which I'm sure I didn't think of at first, a bunch of people do, is that if there's a premiere like this game, I knew it was coming out July 7th, and I figured out on like May something that I wanted to play it, and then I wanted to make content. So what I did was I did as much streaming and videos as I could, and I put them all on the channel. The idea behind that is all of us have fallen into a YouTube rabbit hole. I remember when we first got Olympia, we were sitting there watching dog training videos literally the whole Sunday, and mostly from this one dude called Dog Whisperer. And so what my plan was like, look, I'm going to be sure that when people hop on, I'm going to basically, I'm not about to do this. I already hit it, so now I gotta. I'm going to be sure that when people hop on, if they like me, because a lot of people don't, and that's cool because I'm annoying and obnoxious, that if people like me and they want to rock with me, then they're going to have plenty of videos with a lot of good content and a lot of good like tips to help them move along. And so that way I'm your one-stop shop. That's what I want it to be. So the advice I gave to him was that I had a premiere for the game July 7th, so I had a goal of like I wanted to have X amount of videos before. For him, I said, if you're going to start your channel, what you need to do is stack up 10 to 20 videos and then have like 5 videos to release on the schedule that you want to release. So if you want to do a weekly release, I still don't have a release schedule as I'm giving him this advice. If you want to do like weekly releases, you have those 5 videos for the next 5 weeks because just in case, you never know what's going to happen. I do stack up. I've told you guys a billion times. I stack up a bunch of videos. I have like 6 or 7. I still need to edit right now. Just in whatever. I might get busy at work. I can't stream, so I'm popping out videos. But then you post all those 20 at once. And that way, when somebody sees your video pop up, you're saying, hey, check out my videos every Thursday at whatever time. And then as they're like, oh, there's no more. Okay, that was it. But I like that guy. Then they immediately go into your other videos and check you out. And then if they keep going to the content, they like you, they subscribe, and then, hey, you have a new subscriber. And if they don't, okay, cool. Glad you liked it. Keep it pushing. But having like a nice little stack of videos in the back or like already up there helps people like get engaged with you, see if they like your content or not. And then it also helps them because you're providing a bunch of advice on a new topic that they're interested in. There's that. So also, if you're ever going to do YouTube, be yourself. Don't do it because you want to be on YouTube. Do it because you have a passion for something and you want to share it. Do not do it because you just want to be on YouTube, because this is a grind. And when I got paid for DC Legends, I wasn't getting paid a lot. I was spending more money than I was actually making by a mile. So like, if you like YouTube and you want to do it, I fully encourage it, especially for those people who like do Uber, who do home office, and who can control their own schedule, stuff like that. Definitely recommend it. Stream, get on YouTube. However, it is a grind, and if you're only doing it for money or because you want somebody to watch you talk about crap, then you are going to hate that very quick, because you spend a lot of time shouting into darkness before anybody hears you. And then you spend much more time shouting at the 10 people who follow you or watch you before you get to any point of where you're going to even earn very little money. So that would be my YouTube advice, randomly out of nowhere. Told you guys I talk random. All right. I do like team ups lately because it does give a good place to farm. I just have to do a better job of building my teams. I got like 32 of these beginner, whatchamacallits, combat programs for the simulation. I do get diamonds out of here. I do get some of these resources that help me upgrade artifacts, which a lot of you may not be at the stage of like upgrading artifacts yet. I don't know if I like that. So I do like this area for farming. I just have to be careful of the teams that I go at it with and be able to finish it. What's up, Osiris? Think about this. You used to do content for DC Legends, and you got people like me. And this is the thing, and that's what I love. That's what I love it. Yeah, but here's the thing, and I appreciate you, Mike. I really, really do appreciate it. But it's also, one of those. I value it because I value the people who watch and rock with me. Some people do YouTube because they want it, and I'm not saying that's wrong. They want it as a way to pivot into another career and get out of what they're doing. But even if you are doing that, then you need to do it with something that you like. It has to be something you love. So for example, I code in Python. Am I an expert? No. But those videos that people do on coding, everybody wants to try to code. Everybody wants to learn how to do an AI bot. I could teach you how to make an NLL bot, like a chat bot or whatever for your website. I'm not doing that because I don't have a passion for it like that. I like building my own little trade bots. I like building my own little projects, and I like to mess up, screw up, or whatever. I'm going to do this for Deathstroke. But I'm not making those videos, even though those videos would probably make a lot of money. I don't give a damn about that because I know I'll burn myself out doing those within the week and not care anymore, and then just let the channel fall apart. So so I'm like here for you guys who like actually like it, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like that's the fun part. So if you do ever want to do YouTube, find the thing that you have a passion for and then do that. Don't try to find the thing that's popular and do it, because I'm telling you, it's a grind. And it's not for a lot of money, at least not in the beginning. I love your content, man. Keep it up. Good work. Appreciate you, Osiris. Guys, come to the game. What's your opinion on him by knowing his kit? Guy, that's the thing too. And this is the other part. This is the part. Some run them like people. Because you're supporting the channel. That's the purpose. You're right. Oh yeah, Mike, and I do appreciate that when you're saying like give likes and stuff. And here's the other thing too, and that is, and I think Mike, you would know this because I think I even said this about you and the DC Legends content. Not just me. If you have other content creators who are smaller, like under 1,000, under 2,000, I've said this, and Mike might even remember this video on DC Legends when I first hit 1,000. Give them a little, and I see it all the time, and every time I see it, it smiles. Whether you even like the video or not, like the opinion or not, I don't like what you said about XXX. Love your videos, though. Keep up the good work. That keep up the good work thing in the dark days of like wanting to quit YouTube keeps you going. I can literally think of like 3 times when I was, 3 times specifically because I was really about to do it. There's plenty of times where I thought about maybe this isn't a cool thing to do. Where I was like, I'm about to stop. I feel like I'm shouting into a void. Nobody's watching. And then just one person would be like, man, I love your videos. Keep up the content. And I'd be like, all right, that'll hold me for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? Like, so if you have other like smaller channels, I'm arrogant and old now, so I don't give a damn. But if you have other channels of people who are like really trying and they're really low, keep giving them those little bitty bits of encouragement. It goes a long way. It really, really does. Guy, I regret Guy already. Not because of his kit. I don't know. I haven't really read his kit. And I was going to do, you know what? Let's get the Guy. and then I'll come back and I'll do Elseworld. Yes, do. What's up, Ronald? What's up? How you doing? Wait, are you still? And if I remember correctly, because I'm trying to remember everybody's name. You still were trying to you still had not gotten Wonder Woman or Supes yet, right? And you were trying to debate whether you should keep pulling for DCU, and now they're doing the buff. Have you pulled any legendaries since? That was my question. I'm trying to remember everybody. I really am. Everybody's situation, not just every person, but every person's like individual situation. I'm actually surprised you guys are here on the weekend. I thought for sure I'd be by myself. Guy, yeah, that's what we were doing. All right, so let's read Guy's kit real quick. And I was gonna say I regret him already, not because he did anything, but because I don't like the character. I do not like the character himself. He bothers me. Any iteration I've seen of Guy Gardner has just been this knucklehead dude where it's like, really, the ring chose him? And y'all want me to be all happy about it? Here we go. Here's this kit. And the regret I already have about Guy is the fact that, yeah, Osiris, you got to stop bragging to people like that. Somebody's going to fight you. No, man, I got them both. It was easy. I had one person who was like, I pulled 600 of these things and I've got nothing. I was like, you need to contact IT, homie. Okay, you have both. Okay, cool. All right, good. Okay, so having a couple of legendaries earlier on in the game does help a lot, but there's some really good epics. Punch an Emerald Knuckles. Punch an enemy square in the face once. Even like he talks, man. Dealing superpower damage equal to 85% of physical attack. Guy now lobs 1 to 3 punches per attack. If he lands a third attack, is guaranteed to be a critical hit. That's on level 2. It says 1 to 2. So then if he lands a third, I guess the next 2 shots are contingent on him landing the first 2. The first one. Guy now lobs 2 to 3 per attack. 1 to 2. I mean, what's the determining factor in this 1 or 2? That part bothers me. I don't know what that means. Baltimore Chop. Bats an explosive ball of energy at the enemy with the highest attack. That'll probably be a cool animation. Dealing superpower damage equal to 150%. On level 2, Guy also inflicts a target with interference. Do we know what this debuff is by any chance? Yeah, do you think his kit seems good? Okay. Today you get your guarantee epic. I'm debating on Raven, Zatanna, Red Hood, or Nightwing. I already got Kid Flash. Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Mike, listen to me, Mike. You're gonna put the desired one at 30%, but remember, it's 30%. Is not guaranteed to be the epic that you want. If you haven't seen my last like X amount of streams or videos, I am constantly disappointed by that 30%. I finally got my Bane yesterday. Fine. But just be prepared to get something you don't want. Out of Raven, Zatanna, Red Hood, or Nightwing, you want Nightwing. Okay. I want to know what this interference debuff is. This is a new one coming into the game. We don't have that. If Baltimore Chop defeats an enemy, Guy will immediately perform another Baltimore Chop. That's cool. That I like. Guy now deals superpower damage equal to 175% of attack. All right. That part is cool. A master of turning his enemy's pain into his gain, which sounds like a bad guy. Guy converts 5% of any damage he deals into a permanent shield. Oh, so it's a shield that doesn't end after a certain amount of turns. Okay. The percentage of damage Guy converts increases to 10%. The percentage that he does, 15%. I need to see his numbers. I need to see what that is because so that means if he does this and it hits twice and it's 300% of his attack and his attack is, I need to see his numbers. I say his attack is 4,000. 150% of that is going to be 6,000 2 times 12,000, and then 10% of that is 1,200. 1,200 shield on top of a character with a 40,000, 30,000 HP pool. I need to see the numbers on that. I do need to see the numbers on that. I'm not so sure. I'm not saying it's bad. Not saying it's bad at all. I don't know yet, but I'm trying to see. I need to see his stats because that interaction is going to be very stat dependent to me. Conjures a giant shoe to literally squash an enemy like a bug, dealing superpower damage equal to 300%. Like this right here, that'd be 300% on 4,000 attack. I'm making these numbers up, so don't think that these are his stats. On 4,000 damage, so that would be 12,000 damage done overall. Then 10% of that is gonna be 1,200. And that's if you deal that amount of damage. If there's no like block amount, if it's a crit shot, of course, it's going to be more, that kind of stuff. Okay. If the target has more than 50% health, guy deals a critical hit. Okay, that's cool. It's automatic crit shot if the person's over 50. Okay. If an enemy is inflicted with interference, guy's attack automatically becomes a critical hit, regardless of the target's HP. Okay, and he does interference on this one, the bat one, right? Inflicts interference. You do that. That follows into his ultimate. Okay. I see you. If this character defeats the target, your timer will reset. You will gain one ability point, one ultimate point, and Guy will immediately perform a Baltimore chop. This is good. This seems good. This attack now deals superpower damage equal to 350%. This seems good. I need to play with it. But that seems good. His ultimate seems good. The passive, it just, I really need to see the stats on it. This is not bad at all. I like it. I mean, I guess the basic I'm not supposed to be impressed with. And it still will deal a critical shot and gives you like 2 to 3 shots. Okay. All right. You know, I said Tim Drake is one of those forgettable characters by the wayside yesterday. I came to the realization that your stream that I feel that exact same way about Guy Gardner. I don't. I think though, for me, for Guy Gardner, I feel like Guy, not the same as Constantine because I despise Constantine, but like, yeah, oh man, especially as a lantern. You know how I feel about the lanterns. Hey, what's up, Chris Brown? I'm assuming it's not the one who said that, who made that savage diss of Quavo. Like, I can't believe he said that about Takeoff. That was savage. Anyway, what's up, Robert? How you doing, bro? We're doing well. We are doing well. All right, so I'm going to go into Elseworld, and I'm going to play with Deathstroke. Because I'm pretty sure that Deathstroke is going to be the one that I get from the Super Fun Pack, which I am not recommending anybody buy, but I will buy myself. I think it's expensive, if I'm being frank. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and play with Deathstroke a little bit in here. No recordings or anything like that. I'm just playing with him and experimenting with him. I'll get him next week, and then I'll do a full-on like real guide of him. Oh, and I get him twice. I'm just doing that to be redundant. Okay, so next. Bet. And actually, I'll skip the battle on like the first stuff because it's really not gonna matter. And he's gonna want to lay down bleeds, so that's also no way I get all the time. Oh wait, Flip, you didn't hear about? Oh man, it happened. Here's the problem. It happened like right before the whole Drake and Kendrick thing popped off. And first of all, Chris Brown can rap. He can rap for real. He if you've ever seen him in a cypher, dude can rap. Not like on the level of professional rapper, but you've heard him in songs. He can keep up. And I've seen him in the cypher. He can rap. The guy, and my mental state ain't never been stable. Like he even says in his own stuff that he is unstable. And he goes off because Quavo made some song about him, and Quavo's clearly not a battle rapper and should not. Well, he's barely a rapper, and that was mean. And should not have gone at anybody. And then Chris Brown was that like immediately. I'm going to, a minute into this song, cross a very real line about a person who was killed in your life, and like just crossed like. He didn't cross the line. He did a flying leap over the line. Like, anyway. And then the Kendrick Lamar and Drake thing popped off, which took everybody's attention because I'm not gonna say that stuff. But yeah. If you didn't catch that, go back and look up Chris Brown Quavo diss. He said some heinous stuff. Anyway, Grandpa, what kind of gear set should I put on DC Super? Well, at this point, since he is a single target DPS, I would say 2 attack, 1 crit. That's what I would go with to begin with. I don't think he has any ability like in his advanced attack or something like that. That means you should specifically put him in tactical. I ain't even got no tactical. That means you should specifically put him in speed or something like that. He doesn't heal, none of that stuff. But I would say, let's see how this Sinestro performs too, actually. Because Sinestro's been a problem for me. But I would say that 2 sets of attack, 1 crit is where it's going to be good at for this single target. All right. We're going to take out... No, we like Cheetah. We're going to take out Huntress. We're going to put in Sinestro. And here's the thing. These 2 kind of block everybody else's... and actually, we can watch this battle. These 2, because their ultimates reduce as they get up to rank 8, the cost. But before, like my Sinestro right now, I can't really run him because he's rank 7. And whenever his ultimate comes up, he's either blocking everybody behind him because it costs 4, or I have to put him at the back of the order so other people get their chance. At rank 8, that kind of gets eliminated. Same thing with Deathstroke from what I've heard. I don't have Deathstroke yet. I love this animation, though. I love Deathstroke's animation. Robert, everybody's tactical is lacking bad. I don't think they have enough tactical characters in the game, to be frank with you. I got Deathstroke from the pack 2. Best damage dealer by far. He'll out-damage Wonder Woman. You'll be surprised. Oh, no, I think he would out-damage Wonder Woman in a single target versus AoE thing, because Wonder Woman's damage is AoE. Like, she just wipes out hordes of people and does massive damage on the mini-bosses or whatever. Deathstroke is finishing people. That's what, like, Deathstroke is trying to end you in that moment. So, and he's only doing it to 1. And that ultimate attack where he's just going to hit sword, gun, grenade. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, Stomp the Yard. Just like, what was the name of that movie? The one that had Omarion and Marcus from Omarion was part of B2K and Marcus was part of Immature, which for those of my black dudes in their 40s who haven't heard IMX or Immature, that group name, in a while, they were in a movie. And was that Stomp the Yard? Because that was somebody made me watch that movie, and I was like, I can't believe someone who's a friend is making me watch this movie. This is we're on a date movie type deal. Like, you're not going to make me watch. We got to be in a relationship for some years before you can call in a card like you're going to make me watch. You Got Served was the name of that. You Got Served was the name of that movie. Stomp the Yard was who? Yeah, You Got Served. Okay, I just saw the thing. You Got Served. Yeah, that Jesus backflip thing that old buddy did in that movie was the only part of that movie where I was like, okay, I don't regret watching this. And then after that 10th of a second, I immediately regretted watching it. Let's go ahead and take Cheetah out, get these folks. I mean, we are so unbalanced right now. That's insane. Speaking of ultimates, I think I like Martian Manhunters the best. Really? Well, I just got him, so let's put him in position to see what the ultimate is for him. It's 2 crits and 1 attack. Oh, Osiris. Okay, so you're saying for DCU? I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. The reason why I say, because he does do multiple hits on his ultimate. The reason why I usually say attack into crit, or 2 attack, 1 crit, is because as a single target damage dealer, you're usually going to only get a couple of hits, which means that your crit chance, unless it's like you can get it up to a 75% crit chance, you're not going to be critting as much. However, with Soup's DCU, because his because his ultimate attack is actually 6 hits, it might be okay. I'd be interested to see that. I think though, if you do that with the crit, you're gonna have to then also to make it worth it, run him with like a Zatanna, run him with a Red Hood, try to get as much crit percentage up on him as possible. So when he does hit that ultimate, it's like bop bop bop. You know what I mean? Like he really gets 3 crit shots in there as opposed to just one. Because if you're only gonna do 1 crit shot on 6 attacks simultaneously, then it's not worth it. You'd rather have the increased attack. So yeah, I can see that working. And then check his stats to be sure as you're building him that his crit is at a level where you need it to be. Bet. Let's put Martian Manhunters ultimate up first. Do you hear about the new Clayface movie being Yo, Ulysses. Oh, Kaz, really? I disagree with you a little bit there, but hey, maybe you know something I don't. In fact, I'm sure you do. They're doing a Clayface movie I like when they're. Okay, let me set this up so I can say this. Hold up. I like what they're doing with that, like the Joker movie. I didn't watch Joker 2, which I heard it was a musical. I don't think I'm gonna watch that. This is gonna be ugly, so I'm just gonna skip battle here. And so, did we win? There was no way we should have won that. Oh, cheater! Look at you. Clayface movie being a horror movie is a damn good look. I'm watching that, and I don't watch horror movies. That's good. They've done a pretty good job of like trying to take it outside of the box slightly. Like the Joker movie, they really made me want to cheer for the Joker. Batman, like the Batman, was actually really good about how like, oh, is he supposed to be this billionaire? No, this is a depressed dude who lost his parents young in front of him. Like he's damaged. And they did a good job of that. So Bloodsport I want to see something from too, because Bloodsport is I think the next epic I'm gonna go for. But it's already too late because we're already at the end. When a support character block, there we go. I think we're nothing but support right now. This is so much, and I already have a bunch of agile. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of characters right now. Where are we? And this is what I meant by the adrenaline shot, guys. In case you don't know, I could run this team, and actually, I think I will like this, just for the S's and G's. But let's see. Deathstroke, we want Cheetah to go first because she manipulates the action bar on her ultimate and she'll give everybody else speed. We do want Green Lantern John Stewart to go before him because then he can set up his gun, and actually maybe even before her, set up his gun so he could take the damage and then return fire. This team isn't going to win. There's no expectation of it winning, by the way. All right, so let me catch up on the chat real quick. I dislike the Joker from the Joker movie. He pushes me away from both. Oh, really? I like that the new approach that they, or not new approach, but the different perspective that they took. I do like that. But it's not. I will say this: it's not a movie that I'm going to watch again. I might watch it one more time in my life, but it's not like one of those I can run back to, like The Dark Knight. Let's see what's going on here. Did he ever get his ultimate up? He's about to die already. Man, John Stewart. Everybody did. Okay, well, this is how we use our adrenaline shots. As I said before, if all of them fall, we go to characters. We do this. Out of 27, I will use one, and hey, everybody's alive. Okay, so let's go back. So I guess we remove you, add you, Bane. We are all agile. I want to see Martian Manhunter's ultimate. And actually, let me read his ultimate real quick, too. Because I think I've read it before. I'm trying to remember what it is. Enhanced telepathic connection for the 2 turns, granting 30% damage reduction to all allies. That's what it is. When Martian Manhunter receives healing HP equal to 20% of the healed amount will be restored to other allies. Okay. Do I have a healer in this anywhere? Nah, not really. All right. Yeah, I'm good with this. It's fine. Okay. Bloodsport is nice. That's what I'm saying. I think he is nice with it. I need to see him at 8 stars. Yeah. Definitely. I think I've read his kit and it's definitely worth it. And crits have a base of 1.5 multiplier. That's good to know because it's basically 6% attack versus 10% crit. Yeah, but see, the thing is like crit is a chance and 6% is definitive. That's why I like the crit. That's why I like the attack over the crit on single target. Because if I'm increasing by 6%, that means that's 6% more damage that I am doing. Crit chances, there's a chance I'm gonna do more damage, but not a lot, which is why I use it on AoEs because I want to increase their chance of critting, and they give themselves more opportunity by attacking more enemies at one time. Whereas the 6% attack, I just want that 6% attack. Okay. As of right now, it comes out September next year. I only seen the first Joker film, and I don't want to see the second. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to either. Okay. But I need to be annoying. But having Gorilla Grodd, Bane, you still think that I need Nightwing? Yes. 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 Mike, Nightwing is better than those two combined. If you told me I get to keep Gorilla Grodd and Bane or Nightwing, I'm keeping Nightwing. Just that simple. I got defeated again. Y'all tripping. This is the most difficulty I've ever had with Elseworld. Oh boy, that's funny. It's not gonna matter. Okay. Wait. Sup, Cal? Sinestro Ultimate is really good. It is really good. I just need to get him to rank 8 so it doesn't cost 4 ultimate points. Both Heath was a deep actor, had background issues in his life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So much so that I fully believe that role took him. Like, I think that he broke himself. And in fact, if you listen to the rumors and the Joker diary he kept and other stuff, I won't go into it here because, it is what it is. But, like, it's very, many people in his life said that movie changed him. Including an actress that I know. In Germany though, she's not US bound. She just knew people there. Dark Knight series is my favorite of all time. I agree. Twice. You gotta. I hate Twilight with a passion. Right? Never finished it. Never I wasn't planning on watching it, and that's what I meant by relationship watches. When you're dating someone and she's like, she or he, whoever you're dating, whatever you like, but they're like, oh, you gotta watch this movie, and it's like, man, are we gonna after this, because I need to be compensated for the loss of my life during this. This is 2 hours I'll never get back, and time is our most valuable resource. So I'm gonna need to know that this investment is worth it. Yeah. Found your channel on global launch. I watch your vids every day. Thanks, Alistair. I hope I'm saying that right. Alistair Hops. After work on TV. Thank you for all the tips. I really appreciate it and learned a lot from you. I appreciate it too. I appreciate you watching. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Okay. So we just did Deathstroke. We do love Martian Manhunter and his ultimate. I think that hasn't changed my mind about wanting Deathstroke though for my super fun pack, which I'm really, again, not recommending everybody do. It's too damn expensive. Well, damn, when were you going to tell us you dropped the shop vid? Hey, look, I just said it. I said it at the beginning of the stream, Flip. I said it at the beginning of the stream. So I did a video, shop tips, like all the guide stuff to know like what to buy in the shop and what not to. But I did at the beginning of the stream. I said it. I said that this was probably a bad time for me to put it out. Robert, exactly. I just want to know, are we having coffee after we watch this movie? Exactly, Robert. You are on point. Robert's on time today, guys. Robert came to play. He is right. Are we going to have some coffee? That's all. I just want to have a cup of coffee. Anyway, let's move off this subject because I'm trying to be PG-13, PG on YouTube and Twitch. All right, so next up, I had it written down what I was going to do, aside from just talking and having fun. All right, so I did want to get into the league when you're facing Steppenwolf, right? Part of the poll that I put out, I just put out about the content you guys like, it seemed like it was pretty heavy, at least last time I checked, it was pretty heavy on the you like the boss fight guides on how to get through the bosses. And so since Steppenwolf opened today, and my league mates better be get them. I think I'll do a quick video on that, but I don't think I'm going to record because I'm not really wanting my stream to get screwed up. So let's see. And I'm trying to debate. You know what? You guys are up there. Do you like this view with the chat here? Now, when I record this video, I'm going to switch back to this view. But this feels, I mean, this is better for, this is better for like the gaming and I'm making videos on demand and stuff. And then this is better for the stream, I think. But it still feels awkward to me. I want like a banner under the game or something. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. So there's not that black space down at the bottom. I don't like it. I can create it. Speaking of coffee, what was that sweet chai you mentioned you had reverted to? I didn't say I was going to do it all the time. I don't even know. Hold up. This is how random I am. You ask me what's in my kitchen. I'm like, all right, yeah, hold up. Das heißt Yogi tea, biologisch. I don't know that you're going to be able to get it. I don't know that you're going to, am I allowed to? I don't know that you're going to be able to get it. Was that technically product placement? I don't know. They don't pay me. I got it from Migros, which is a grocery store here. Although that sweet chai was good. I might do that. I might spit this coffee out and do that because this coffee is kind of right now. Kind of sick of it. Anyway, so what I wanted to do was get into how to take care of Steppenwolf. As a production guy, you got to fill that empty space, and I know. Okay, exactly, because I've done this kind of stuff before, like, and I've done it long enough, like making short films, doing like I was on the radio in college, stuff like that. And I know one thing about me talking a lot. I was a talker before, however, being on the radio and you not wanting dead air at all really developed the skill of like being able to transition thoughts pretty quickly so that way you can keep it from being dead space. That's one of the reasons why I was asking about like background music and why I have the background music from this game playing, because one of the things that you hate is that when I'm sitting here like trying to I'm giving you guys all the behind the scenes stuff. So if you want to be a YouTuber, like just listen to me now. So that's why like I wanted to, whenever I'm editing the videos and I'm legitimately thinking, I feel it when I'm doing it and I immediately start talking through my thought process, because that dead air of me just staring at a screen and you guys watching, that is like nails on a chalkboard to me. But sometimes you get caught up in the game and you do it. And so I really, really don't want that, which is why I want background music. However, my sound card does something weird, and I think it's OBS causing it, where it's not letting me, the sound starts to get staticky. And then that static and that noise bothers me more. That's why this windscreen is up and why I want to replace this microphone, because plosives. I don't want to have plosives on the mic. All right? Stuff like that, little things that take you out of the experience of just watching something clear, and that you get when you have a full-on production team, a sound team, you know, whatever, people who are checking your lights. My lighting has, and if Robert knows, my lighting is mixed and I have no backlight right now. I have one side light that's giving me a little bit of an angle, one front light that's a mixed light, and then I have another light above. That's bad. I need a light in the back to set my edges against the wall. It adds depth and a different kind of quality. I shouldn't even be going into all this stuff. You guys didn't ask for this. You want to care more about Steppenwolf, but Robert got me like triggered again because there's a bunch of stuff that I want to do. And in this apartment, which is not my apartment, it's a temporary apartment till I get to my new one. When I get to my new apartment, I'll be able to set up everything the way I want it. I'll have my green screen with a light in the back, maybe a colored light on the side. I'll have another camera here, one camera there. I'm going to switch up the lighting to have more of this warm brown light as opposed to this white light, which is good for white people, but not so much for black people. Yeah. Oh, you do voiceover work. I wanted to get into voiceover work actually like 10 years ago. Okay, so what we're going to do now, though, is we're going to get into some of this DC Worlds Collide work. I'm going to discuss dealing with Steppenwolf. I think I've already done. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, and the thing is that I hope that you guys, especially other YouTubers, not just me, appreciate when you see people who are. I'm really going to try to make this as close to like studio quality as not possible, but I'm going to try to make it as close to studio quality as I possibly can for your experience. And I don't want to put out trash. There have been whole videos I've thrown out because the lighting screwed up in a way that I did not like it. And there's like the Lex guides and the damn Zatanna guides that I had to put out and I hate that I put them out with that yellow ass, brown ass light. Man. The camera angle I like though. And that's one I might take. Anyway. All right. But yeah, we're these content creators, myself included, the smaller channels even, are trying to do the best we can to provide like the most quality stuff for you guys. Because we do appreciate you and we want you to enjoy the experience. So let's go ahead and do a video on, and I think I'm going to switch it up. I think I'm going to switch it to this for now because like I said, I still don't like this black space. I don't like how the chat for you guys and everything else so you guys can interact with your own chats. And when Twitch pops in, you'll see it. So that's cool. But I'm not a fan of this for the video right now. So we're going to transition back to this. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and do like a quick video on dealing with Steppenwolf in the league. Now that you guys have gotten the full like behind the scenes experience and all the wild things that go on in my brain while trying to chat with you guys, stream and record videos, let's go ahead and switch back to that. We'll go back to the game, and I'm not going to record because it's going to mess up the stream. I think I still don't have it set up the way I want. So in 3, 2, so you're part of a league. This is my broadcaster's voice. So you're part of a league and you're wondering how you can contribute to your league's boss fight. You're facing Steppenwolf, and you have questions. I would love to say I have answers, but I'm probably going to talk mostly about movies that have nothing to do with this game. Let's get to the video. All right. Yeah, true that they only know that you mess up if you tell them, and a lot of times the same thing with videos, but the thing is I have too much pride in what I'm doing. I'll tell you I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it bothers me. I don't want to put out stuff that is not as much of an effort to say, like, I appreciate you giving me your time. Like I said, time is a valuable resource, and you're here with me, and so I'm going to give you the best I got. Right? Okay, so here we go. And 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, I'm going to go over Steppenwolf. So I've already gone over the Parademons. I've already gone over, I still can't remember this dude's name. I think it begins with a D. And then I could very easily look it up. It's not that, but it's something that bothers me. I want to remember it. I don't want to Google it. And now we're going to go into Steppenwolf, which, by the way, I told you I was going to talk about random movies. Zack Snyder cut is how the Steppenwolf fight should have been. It should not have ever been in the hands of whoever did that whole cut for the first Justice League, where it was like, Superman showed up, he beat Steppenwolf, yay, we win. Like, what in the Goku was that? We're going to just hold him off until Goku gets here, so we don't even need these other 20 episodes because Goku's going to stomp him out in 3. What are we doing? Anyway, so I'm going to go through his kit just like I did with Evil Falls. If you want any Evil Falls stuff, go check out my guides there. Here, if you look up at the top right, you will have your description of Steppenwolf and the recommendations. Now, here's a problem that I'm going to run into, is that they want you to have diverse types of attack or diverse types of damage when you're going against him. And I do not know that, and I mean, I probably should look at it a little bit more carefully, about the characters that do deal physical damage over the characters that deal superpower damage. But let's go ahead and get into it. The general leading the military of Apocalypse and one Darkseid's elite and one of dog. I'm gonna need you guys to spell check and grammar check. I think it's like the third time I've run into like a grammar mistake, and it's just like knocked a pause in me. And one of Darkseid's elite, Steppenwolf is an immortal with vast strength, endurance, and speed with millennia of experience. Oh, millennia, yeah. Okay, yeah, you can use it in that context. Millennia of experience. Okay, cool. I actually like that phrasing. I have a millennia of experience. In the art of war and conquest. Mine is not in the art of war or conquest. Mine is, and Michael know what I'm talking. Robert know what I'm talking about. Getting a cup of coffee. Confront Steppenwolf with a team that can revive fallen allies, as his ultimate will outright kill whomever it strikes. You will be even better prepared if the team you craft has better resistance to physical damage. Focus on power damage to sidestep Steppenwolf's own physical resistance and has strong ability to block. Okay, so focus on power damage. So I'm guessing they mean superpower damage in this situation to sidestep Steppenwolf's own physical resistance. Okay, that's cool. Superman is, and I'm going through my head right now, so apologies for this like pause I got going on. Superman does do better against physical damage. Superpower damage has me. Has me thinking about characters that can apply superpower damage. That's where I'm at right now. Revive Raven, and I think the Bride actually revives as well. Red Hood himself revives. However, I would like Red Hood to be at rank 8 because when he revives, he also does an ultimate attack at no cost against the thing that killed him, and that would be Steppenwolf in this situation. And then the Flash actually might be legitimately perfect for this mode because when he revives, he comes back with all the buffs and none of the debuffs and all the ultimate points, meaning none, because he just starts hitting you with his ultimate over and over again. So he might be amazing for this boss. Superman himself, it's the invulnerability thing, I assume. When he get that one shot that's going to kill him or everybody or whatever, Superman won't die because he'll get that invulnerability off rip. So that is how we have to approach him. Revive and superpower damage. I am half tempted to go into my characters to double check. So part of me, I'm pretty sure that Wonder Woman only does physical damage. Yeah, physical damage, physical damage, physical damage, which means that she may not be the best for the situation. As I said with Red Hood, it's great that he does his own revive, but he is rank 7. And I feel like I would need him rank 8 to really matter. I'm looking at Lex because I'm wondering if he... Nope, physical damage, physical damage. The ones I'm thinking of that do superpower damage are like Starfire, maybe. Jessica Cruz, maybe. Yeah, she does superpower damage, which is going to sound crazy. I feel like it would be... Okay, not Wonder Woman. I'm going to replace Red Hood with Starfire for that superpower. Does Sinestro do superpower damage? That would be the next. He does, which means that I feel as though I need to replace Wonder Woman with Sinestro. Now, you guys have seen my score before. You'll see it again coming soon. I am going to lean... I need to double check one thing. He can get debuffed, right? Because if he can... Raven and Sinestro work really well together because they both lay out many different types of debuffs. Oh, Flip just hit me up with Constantine. Constantine is not even my level link right now. And since Steppenwolf is going to be doing his best to kill us, I don't want to have a teammate that's going to do his best to kill us too. Saying. I don't think that they have one of those. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I completely missed out on this. So now we're going to read the enemy skills. So, cleave. Steppenwolf swings his axe and cleaves the enemy front row, dealing physical damage equal to 80% of attack power and has 1 stack of bleed for 2 turns. Escalates after 3rd revive. The bleeds now last 4 turns. After 6th revive, add 1 stack of bleed. Add 1 more stack of bleed, so now you're getting 2 stacks. And then after 9th revive, the bleeds now last for 6 turns. Okay. I think this is his ultimate. Steppenwolf descends from the sky and slams the ground, dealing physical damage equal to 60% of attack power to all enemies. Before striking, Steppenwolf has a 25% chance to gain a stack of Frantic. We don't like that. Lasting 2 turns for each stack of bleed on his enemies. What? What? So wait. What? Wait. Okay. So old buddy is gonna old buddy's gonna get has a 25% chance of gaining a stack of frantic for 2 turns for each of the bleed. Oh, okay. It's the 25% chance for each bleed. I thought he was gonna get a stack of frantic for each bleed, and I was like, well, then we might as well not fight. Like, what are we doing over here? Upon second revive, a chance to gain frantic increase to 50%. Yeah, okay. Upon 5th revive, crit damage increases by 5% for each stack of bleed on the. And there we go. That's the ouchies. Each stack of bleed on the enemies, and then on the 8th, chance to gain frantic increases to 100%. That was that, right? Okay, so the next is Steppenwolf executes instantly. Steppenwolf executes, instantly kills the enemy target that dealt him the highest total damage. Okay, so I guess that's where the revive mechanic comes in. Steppenwolf has tough armor and reduces physical damage taken by 25%. When his current HP drops to 100, he will reset his portion of HP to 100% and increases attack power, defense, and HP by 50%. Upon 4th revive, reduces physical damage by 50%, 7th revive by 75%, and then 10th revive by 90%. Okay. So I feel like we have a good enough squad here to deal with him. I want the superpower damage though. That's funny because Soups doesn't do superpower damage because they count superpower damage here as like magic, right? That's why Superman is weak to the superpower damage because it's kind of like magic in their heads, or space damage or damage from characters that come from space like cosmic. So, I do not like the idea of Sinestro being back here in the back. Okay, so let's try it. Let's see what happens. We'll do one run so you guys see it first, and then after that, we're gonna do the skip battle and check the stats. Oh wow, that knocked him down, and that knocked him down. So far, that superpower damage did matter though, because Starfire ran her basic and knocked down 5 bars of health, and so did Sinestro. And then go ahead, Raven. We appreciate you. Do your thing. She's really lighting him up. She is lighting him up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Devastating blow. We're good with it. She is lighting him up. I'm seeing this right? Raven wasn't a slouch either. He's got multiple types and that was the thing I was checking. Multiple types of debuffs. So that way when Raven hits hers, it also triggers another thing in her passive. Or her ultimate, and then her passive, and then also Sinestro, when he goes, his damage increases based on the number of debuffs on the character as well, and he does superpower damage. So my question is, and what feels like it's unfair, is that I think I'll be able to revive her again. I think Raven has another one coming. The thing that I think might be a little bit unfair, is that I don't think I can damage him beyond those 5 bars of health. Raven's gonna revive Starfire again sometime soon, I hope. I think we're doing a lot better than I did the first time. See, this is the part, and I'm wondering because it's only halfway down. So all this damage was wasted, right? Wasn't all this damage just wasted because he was already halfway or mostly dead? Don't like that. Cross cleave. I mean, it says that he's going to kill the one who's giving him the most damage, and if the backups are Sinestro and Raven, I don't think I'm upset with that at all. I think this is my best by a wide margin. Ugh. And I don't even think that Superman has gotten to his invulnerable yet. Like we may like last throughout this entire battle, and I think that'll be the first time I've done that too. See, guys, see what happens when you read. See what happens when you read. Yo. So like literally, and then yeah, and here's the kind of the weird thing. I kind of want, not even kind of, I would rather have Super or Starfire up now instead. I genuinely feel like I saw this wrong, but it's gonna tell me in the stats when we get done. It is gonna tell me the stats when we get done. We're gonna make it just about 15 turns with him, and I don't think I've ever done that before. In fact, I know I haven't. This is gonna be an increase in my personal best by like 10,000, I think, or maybe 7. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, we made it to the end. I don't think I've done that. By 11,000. I improved by 11,000 because I was reading. Dog. And damn it, I meant to go look at the stats. Okay, so now I'm gonna do skip battle real quick and I'm gonna look at the stats. It was 42,000, right? Oh, we all died that time. Oh. Okay, 42, 41. I mean, in the range. I guess I got good RNG. So her and Superman were like neck and neck for damage. However, I wish I had checked the stats on the other one before because I feel like she was out damaging Supes. Because every time she hit, it was like he lost 5 bars in the beginning. Lost 5 bars of life. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I think. I'm starting to wonder if how necessary Kid Flash is. Oh, and on top of it, it was 41.56. Yeah, his damage increased. I'm wondering about Raven. Here's the other on top of it I was thinking of. Is that, but Superboy, and this is why I was, okay. Superboy gives an increase on his team synergy for the amount of damage done when you detonate your burns, right? Kid Flash is good for the heals, but revive is the thing you want here. Yeah, so that's an increased damage on the burns, and I got to make sure burn does do super power damage, right? Yeah, burn does super power damage. Who was that who said that burn teams don't matter? Who was that? Who said that? Somebody said that in my comment section. I'm even tempted to put Raven in front because Soup still just does physical damage, right? Raven does superpower damage if I'm not mistaken. So let's see how this goes. I don't think it's going to be successful because Kid Flash is healed. Like, I mean, that sustainability does go a long way. Yeah, it was a little bit more of a loss. But, yeah. Well, but Superboy did his own damn thing, too. So now I'm wondering if... this would be ridiculous if this worked out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I have provided some valuable information because I definitely learned something myself that I did not realize. Let's go ahead and put you up here, homie, so we can do some more heals. All right. Oh, someone just asked, what am I running on Starfire? I am running, I think I did the AoE thing where it's 2 crits and 1 attack, or my AoE gearing philosophy, not everyone's. Or do I have 2 attack on her? You know what? While you're asking, flip. Let me double check. Oh no, it's speed and 1 attack. Actually, that's right. That's right. I put 2 speeds on her because she has it in her kit where she will do burn damage on all of her attacks. So I wanted her to attack as much as possible and get as many burns out there so that she would do more damage. And I am literally thinking about right now whether I switch over and put her in a better gear. How much better would she be? All right, here's what we're going to do first. We're going to go back into this. We're going to go back to the team because I was getting too cute with putting Superboy in there. We're going to take Superboy out. We're going to go ahead and put Sinestro back in and chill out with all the experimenting like I'm a mad scientist. We're going to do this. I believe that's how it was going before. I will try this, though. And what I'm going to do right now live is I'm going to run this. There was an improvement. She did more. He did that. I wonder if I switch to Sinestro and here, hold up. Well, while I'm thinking of all this stuff, I'm about to write down. Come on, Obi. The Southern is in me. So Star Sapphire or Starfire. This is 1412. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more run. Get that number. Then I'm going to back out. I'm going to put her in attack set. Stream will see this, but you guys won't because I'll be cutting this video. And then see if the damage is a big difference. So to you guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. I'm about to try to do this real quick and see because now I'm curious. We have Kid Flash there. That was with KF in position 2. This is going to be with Raven. It's not a personal best or anything, but like just for consistency. This is at a milli 05. Okay, this is with KF in position 3. All right, Raven in position 2. She's doing solid. Sinestro stepping up his game. Now, what happens if I put Sinestro? That's what I'm doing. Look, Robert, the only reason I'm not running it like 2 or 3 times like right now is because you guys are literally watching me on stream, and I feel like me going into my whole data scientist mode is going to be like mad data scientist mode is going to be like, is this really fun to watch me write down numbers? But oh no, please believe I still have to do some Marvel Strike Force stuff tonight. And then I will be going right back to DC Roll Squad. Let's do this. This was the thing I was worried about with Sinestro blocking off the others in terms of now the heals are going to become an issue. The entire team might die because the 4 ultimate points that cost for him is going to prevent Kid Flash from healing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Okay. So I think this is what I want to run with. Kid Flash in position 2. Raven after that. Bet. Okay, so that's what I'm going to run. And then now I'm going to go and get the attack gear on her. Yep, so that's consistent there. This is a little bit of a departure, but I mean, the highest has been like 1.4 million. She's tapping in right around. She's clocking in right around over 1 million. She's consistently doing over 1 million with 2 speed sets and 1 attack set. Well, that's the thing too. Some people have told me like, oh no, I really like when you test stuff. I like when you test stuff. And I'm just like, I don't believe you. I don't think that's true. I'm not a fan of the new Green Lantern being locked to only lanterns. Wait, what? Trooper, what do you mean being locked to only lanterns? When life bar like that and ultimates are coming, I take off the auto and reapply it after maximizing the damage. Oh. That's why my woman's getting rocked fighting this. Hold on. If Black Adam in this game is anything like Black Adam when he was running in DC Legends, I can't wait for him either. This guy was a monster when they had his last rework. He was a monster. Okay, now someone told me this too, actually, that I could, top left, is that what they said? Yeah, you can trade up entire Toons gear sets. Thanks, TKO GYT. Love the fun. I love that you're joining, and I love you enjoy the positivity and the fun. Enjoy. Enjoy. Yo, dude, man, why didn't I put this in the tips? Why didn't I put this in the damn tips? If I had known, dog, do you know? Oh my God, we have this, but we don't have preset teams. So I could just put Wonder Woman's gear on Star Sapphire or Starfire right now and watch her melt Steppenwolf's face. This is insane. Dog, they do some of the other stuff that they do. I can just do this. I mean, granted, it's Wonder Woman signature stuff, but that just means I don't get the Wonder Woman extra percentage bonus at the bottom. I don't care about nothing else. Oh my God. So that means you can exchange. Dude, I got to make a video about this. I ain't got no choice. Hold up. I'm sorry, guys. This actually knocked a pause in me for a second. Because the amount of freedom that you have with this now is all I really need to do if I'm not running like Green Arrow and Wonder Woman in the same fight and I get stuck and Green Arrow is that, agile that can get past those tacticals. I can just go to Wonder Woman's entire gear kit and switch it. Yes, Flip, I'm so late, guy. I'm so late and I'm upset with myself for it. And y'all coming to me for advice. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What is going on? All right. Well, now let's see when we go back into the Steppenwolf. Damn. That can only be wielded by green. Are you serious? There's an upcoming artifact that can only be. Didn't I just say how much? Okay, well, what? Okay, they can have it upcoming. I don't want it. They're not going to make me buy anything. You want this for the lanterns? No, I don't want the lanterns, so I don't want the thing for the lanterns. What are you talking about? Okay, fine. Shoo. Y'all can have it. That's fine. I'm upset about it, but no, I'm not upset about it because I don't have enough artifacts in general. I only have one. I'm upset by how, gated the artifacts are. I have one. So they already screwed up the artifact. That's one thing I can complain about the game is the artifacts. I don't know anything about it. I haven't tested it. I haven't even done videos on it because I have one and I don't get any more. So I don't even know what to tell you guys. So yeah, they can kick it. They can kick rocks. Let's see. The artifacts are really gated. It's not even a part of the game to me, honestly. All right, so let's see. Now that whoa. I got to come back to the actual video. All right, Obi, coming back. And that's me talking to myself. Whenever I do the edit, I have to get my own attention because I'm actually doing other stuff usually. And 3, 2. Okay, so what had happened was I figured out another pretty cool thing in the game where you can switch up their entire gear sets. I like that. So what I did was I took all of the gear off of Wonder Woman and put it on Starfire to see if the damage would be better. Now here's the problem with this. There's no way it can't be better in my head. So what I may do is do this and then replace this with Batman's 2 attack and 1 crit set and see what the damage difference is there. However, that's not going to be exactly empirical because is that the word I'm looking for? I'm just picking a fancy word that means kind of what I think it means, but not actually what it means. Where it is crit is going to be RNG dependent more so than attack because attack is straight up 6% and crit is a chance. And I think, can I get this here? So her crit chance has risen to 32%. And I'm doing this because she does an AoE on the front row. However, this should probably be attack since I'm dealing with the mini boss. And there's only going to be one target. So I'm going to do this for now. I'm going to do it 2 times. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it with the attack. So let's go ahead and see this. What happens here when we skip battle. Okay. No improvement. No improvement. She got 1.2. So with the crit set, she got 1.2. That's funny. I was thinking it was going to be nuts. I thought it was going to be nuts. Let's do one more time. I thought it was going to be nuts, and it just ended up being a whole lot of... That's funny. That is funny. All right, one more game. That is funny. All right, here you go. And I do still have, yeah, I think I have Kid Flash still in the second position. Only she fell this time. I wonder if this is a positioning issue. We're going to do it a third time. I think it might be a positioning issue. Everybody died that time. Sinestro, what is you do? Clearly that wasn't the point. I guess Sinestro falls first then, and then Raven just keeps reviving Sinestro, and then Starfire falls, and then she doesn't get anything back. Okay. I think that's what's happening there. Yeah, Starfire falls again, and what was it this time? On her crit? Yeah, 1.1 million. Okay, okay. I bet you guys didn't see the Steppenwolf video going in this direction. So now I'm going to put an attack set on her. Be right back. All right, so let's go real quick here. Characters. We are going to go up, meow, replace, do that. Entire set from, where did Wonder Woman go? Don't you hide from me. Where you at? There we go. Exchange. Cool. Things back to the way they need to be. Batman. Does Batman have my best 2 attack set? No, I think it's actually Soups who has the best one. I think it's actually Soups, even though I made sure that this was HP. And I think Batman's is attack, but, oh no, his crit and attack there, yeah. But I think Soups is better. Yeah, Soups is definitely better. Okay. So we'll exchange it, even though this should be an attack piece for this situational. All right, so now the reason I'm doing this because she's single target. All right, so coming back in 3, 2. So now we have Starfire and an attack. And I'm sorry, guys, this is really going into like the gear sets and stuff because the thing I just found was amazing. So we're going to see if she does better with the attack set on her. We're going to run it 3 times and then take the top 2 and see what it looks like. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found value in it. Soups. Oh. Yeah. If you strip all of Soup's stuff off and put on Starfire. Yeah. Let's run it again. So now he's a little bit weaker, so he's going to fall. So this does affect how well it goes. But they still made it to the end. It's just that Soups fell. But if Soups keeps falling, but she didn't fall, I think it's still okay. Ish. All right, let's do that. They both fell. This could have affected their scores like dramatically. Yeah, she's still at 1.1. Not making a huge difference. 1 and then 1.1. Okay. Last time. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I have learned a lot in this video myself. Just by making it, I've learned a lot. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Starfire, show me something. What's going on? What's going on? Ooh, even less. Not that much of a difference. So I'm kind of surprised. I'm going to keep playing with this. Keep experimenting. I'm enjoying it. And that's how you get to Steppenwolf. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. See you next time. Okay. I do like that feature so much, though. Man, I'm slow. I should have known that. I should have been like paying more attention to all the buttons. Exchange. I think I do want to put her in like an attack or crit set. The thing is that the highest score she got was from having the speed and attack on her. That was the highest score that she got. All right, how do I unlock artifact? It's yeah, it's like main stage 20 or something. It's somewhere up there. It's not something anything you can do other than just keep playing the story mode and get as far as you can, and then at a certain point it unlocks like the other stuff. Nope. Stop it. No, I'm going to redo her gear. I'm definitely going to redo her gear. Where are we in the stream right now? We are at 128. Be sure that I have that set up. 128. Don't know how long that video went, so let's just say 45. Alright, alright, alright. So, there we go. That is done. I wish we could hide the ads on this freaking BlueStacks, but I get it. They got to make their money too. They have got to make their money too. What was the other thing I had? Oh, it was Duo. I'm not about to do the duos right now. All right. I did want to kind of do Digital Universe. I just unlocked it, so it should be a challenging one. I did just unlock it. It should be a bit of a challenge. I still want to find some way to get the titanium up to get 14,000. I need 14,000. And that is just not gonna go. Hold up. Okay. I think I'm about to do something so stupid and impatient. I'm about to do something stupid, aren't I? Probably. Card. Who needs a damn card? Now you see I'm upset and I'm acting like a spoiled brat now because it's something I want to do and I can't do it and I'm like, man, who cares? I don't want your damn card. You stupid card. This card's stupid. It's 1,000. I've already looked at that a couple times. Which means that for 4, I'll end up with about 4,000. Okay. So should I buy the thing that I said was terrible value? Nope. Oh, I got 1,300 here. Yay. After 10 hours, albeit with a 10% boost. Okay. The reason why I'm not using these now, are you going to buy the Super Fun Pack or not just yet? I'm waiting till payday. Literally, I'm going to buy it on Friday. I think it's too expensive. I've already blown my entertainment budget for the month. So I'm waiting. You have 30 days to decide whether you want it or not. And I'm just going to wait and do it until on Friday when I get paid. Just being real with y'all. I'm not going to fake it. Like, yeah. We got to get that pay in. That thing is expensive. And my gaming budget is blown. All right. So I do need to get this for Sinestro, which means I need to go to Elite Arena. I'm distracting myself from this. I was going to do the titanium because the thing is I hold the titanium like an investment because it's based on hours. So as you increase yourself in the main story, the values of these go up, the more titanium you get. However, if I'm stuck on one main story, that's kind of fine. I'm not stuck. I'm wanting to upgrade this character. So I think I could potentially still get past 2618. But it'd be a lot easier if I had my characters leveled up. On top of it, if we come over here to adventures and we go to Digital Universe, I have the last Digital Universe I could take, but it's giving me 1,500 titanium. It's giving me 1,500 titanium. Oh, P Moore, you got the bride. Oh, and I'm glad you're like the first Twitch comment. What's up, Passing Wind? You're the first Twitch comment. So now I know that this streamer bot that I've installed is actually working and is putting all of the chats together for me. That's nice. Let me see it on the stream real quick. Yep, that's coming through nice. I appreciate that. Awesome. All right. But then when I look at it on the YouTube, I can't see it. Okay, cool. That all makes sense now. All right. So, you know what? I'll do Digital Universe. I'm wanting to do this so bad. Convergence. Trying to beat this damn thing as well with my superheroes. Ugh. I get a G for doing that. Oh, she's in Mercenary. I might actually, hey, what's up, CNQR7? I'm gonna call you CN. Thanks for following the channel. I got to start looking into Twitch a little bit more too because I have no idea how anything on that side works. I've streamed over there. I don't know if I earn anything, how many people follow. I just add you guys in because I just want to see you guys chat. I need to look at it a little bit more. Okay, so now, which is your Twitch account name? Why are you asking hard questions, dog? I thought we were friends. I think it's OnGrifer03. I think it's that over there. Pmoy. What's my Twitch name? What's my Twitch name? You ever have to do that before somebody's like, what's your phone number? And you like, I don't know. Steve, what's my phone number? Like you don't know what your phone number is anymore. Okay. So the problem here is still going to be that poison ivy. I like green arrow to take care of that. I don't think we're going to get past this, but I got to give it a shot. Yeah, it's definitely not the same as here. I probably need to change that and kind of work on the whole like marketing, have everything have the same name. You never found me on Twitch yet. Well, I wasn't doing much on Twitch. I only started like streaming on Twitch like right before global release. I think I was experimenting with it like a week before global release just to see how it would work. And I was even warning people on YouTube like, I'm trying to do this, but I can't promise that it's working. And if something messes up, let me know. So I think it's 03. I think it's OnGrifer03. I need to go over there and handle that, but I've been trying to handle this other stuff first and play. All right. I'm talking because I'm nervous about pushing this fight button as though my life depends on it. What is wrong with me? Why am I so dramatic? Let's stop and just play. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's because of something called, you're giving me the chance to use my new master's degree. That's something called digital dementia. So basically there are 6 different kinds of digital things that affect the mind, and one of them is digital dementia. And it's the idea that because we have smartphones, because we have all these added things that assist us in memory, all this external memory that we have, smartphones, emails, all your social media stuff as well that reminds you about birthdays and stuff, you outsource that, for lack of a better term. You're outsourcing the need to remember that. So then when it comes down to, I need to remember my phone number, back in the day, growing up, I had to know my phone number because if I got lost, that's how people found me, was knowing my phone number. Now, my daughter just has a phone. You know what I'm saying? So like she has a little smartphone watch that she can like talk and send messages to that has like a GPS tracker on it and all that other stuff. So it's outsourced. So basically nobody remembers any phone numbers. And if something happened to where, if something happened to where you're in a desperate situation and you need to say, I don't have my phone, it is dead, you can't call your best friend because you don't know their phone number anymore. Back in the day, I knew all my friends' numbers off rip, like straight up. I knew all my friends' numbers. I still know my friend Stewart's number, and I think it's still his same number. He still kept it. So like all my friends' numbers, we knew off rip. We had to, because I had a little prepaid cell phone that I got when I was 16 that my mom said you shouldn't get that because it's only for drug dealers. And then the only person who called me on that phone was my mom. And it was basically just like, I know you worry, whatever. My friends and I are not about to chit chat. This is a prepaid phone. I know that this is going to make you feel better when I stay out till 10:30, which I think my curfew was like 10, whatever. And you can just reach me whenever you want. And she was the only person that called me, but I needed to know the numbers of my friends. But that was the beginning of the end of my memory for it. So I still remember my grandma's number, her house number. I can't tell you I can tell you that number, but the woman that was in a relationship for 8 years, I couldn't tell you her number. The woman that I married, I couldn't tell you her number. None of it. Everybody has a Stu, whether the person's name's Stu or not. It's the homie. Do I know Stewart too? You know Stewart too? Thanks, Flip. Thanks. That was a long journey to get that degree, or literal long journey to that graduation that happened last week. Those are the videos that look so low quality if you're checking the videos. You still can comic Azi, AZI. You still can recite your friend's number. I couldn't tell you not one. And speaking of the like master's degree, my friend, we went to Manchester, well, Sunderland, but we went to the UK together, me, her, and her fiance, to go to our graduation. Super close. We're talking about them getting all very super intimate details. I could not tell you her phone number right now to save my life. You could put a gun to my head and I'd be like, well, let me just make sure to tell my daughter I love her, tell my son I love him, tell my sister I love her, tell my niece I love him before you put this bullet, because it's not going to happen. Like, I cannot remember any numbers. Got 7K diamonds. Shall I keep hoarding them? Yes, Pmoy. Until you get weekly recruitment. Once you get weekly recruitment, then start pulling weekly recruitment. Other than that, just hold on to it. If you have weekly recruitment already, if you already have this banner, then go ahead. Also, this is part of the other my new strategy thing. If you have the desired as well, do you have desired and weekly recruitment? Because I forgot that the desired thing doesn't unlock immediately. Once you get desired and you have weekly recruitment, figure out the epics that you want to get, put them in the desired, and then pull one-time weekly recruitment, just 5,000, and then save your 2K. And then every time I get 5K, that's where mine go. Because in the game, there's other stuff that I want to buy from the shop, which I put in my shop guide that released an hour ago. I shouldn't be streaming now because you guys should be watching the video. You can watch it later. It's on demand. I'm here now. Stay with me. Focus. But there's like 2 things I buy in that shop with diamonds. All my other diamonds go basically into this or like other little impatient things I would spend the diamonds on but should not be spent on. So recruitment and then those 2 frag deals that you can get in the base shop. Yeah. Okay, so what was I going to do? I completely forgot. That is how fantastical my brain is right now. I was working on that. I got at least another 1,000 in titanium. I'm going to go ahead and open up this titanium real quick. I guess I have to go ahead and cash in on my investment. Use max. Okay. Do not want to have to do this. Max. Yeah. All right. Honestly, I don't want to have to use this and still be short. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Okay. So cashed in on that investment. Ugh. So we are approximately 6K from it, right? Where me at? 6K from it. This is where my impatience comes in, and I'm going to buy stuff I specifically told you guys not to buy. Because I don't want to wait the extra. If I literally waited 1 day, it would be fine. But I am impatient. It's stupid dopamine. I can keep blaming that. I know what it is. So is it really having that effect, or am I using it as an excuse? There's something for you. First, this gives me 2 hours right here for 50. Right? And that 2 hours gives 400. Is that it? Wait. Actually, shouldn't be doing this, but that's fine. So I get 143 at an hour. So doing that 50 is going to get me 280. I don't even know if that is worth it. Then doing this was going to get me a G. It says I can buy 411. Of course I can, because evil. So then let me open this 8 hour real quick to be sure that I'm getting what I want. That gives me 1,000. I can buy 3 more at a hundo. Oh, and then it goes up to 150. Oh, at least they give you 100 for a little bit. Ugh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, boy. So now, where are we at? 46, I need 2K more, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm this far. Can you explain the red star progression? What do you mean? You mean this up here? Passing when you mean the ranks up here? Well, I might as well now. I'm already kind of pot committed, right? I'm already kind of pot committed. Which, by the way, if you do play poker, that is not a thing. Putting more good money on top of bad money is a poor investment strategy. Like I want to get. Oh wait, you know what? That's what I was thinking. Damn, that's what I was thinking. I didn't have to do that. I did not have to do that because what I was gonna do was I was gonna go into digital universe. And that's why I was hesitant. That's why I was hesitant on it, because I was gonna go into digital universe. Yeah, I was gonna go into digital universe and do that. 260 was not worth that 50. I don't know why I did that right there. Um, who cares, Obi? On Greifer. You don't know my real name. Who cares? All right, so I'll explain that to you very quickly, but it's not anything like too fantastic. It is basically when you get more frags of that same character and you rank them up, it goes from yellow to red to like this diamond blue, light blue color. And that's how you get your progression on the ranks. Let me go ahead and open this real quick. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. Okay. I'm a master at poor financial decisions with game 1 weekend. This is the thing. I feel like if I'm irresponsible in my spending on the game, in terms of like in-game spending, not cash, but like in the diamonds and the gold in this game or whatever, if I'm irresponsible here, then that means that I have to feel more responsible outside of the world. Because I'm kidding you not, there have been times in this game as well where I've done poor investments and it feels like I've actually spent real money. And I was like, I mean, I couldn't spend money. And I was like, wait, but you didn't spend anything real. You can eat. Your bills are paid. You didn't. But I feel like I've done so poorly in these financial decisions that I'm like, So yeah, when you rank up here, adding these frags, whatever, that gets you up to, you're going to have rank meow. You're going to have your rank 5. And then once you go up to rank 6, red star, rank 7, rank 8. And that's all I got. Other ranks come later. So now, as I've done that, I can level up Batman to 185, which means all of my tunes below will go up to 185. Hooray. Yup. Okay, so now decision time again. So they're all up to level 185. No, my name is Emmanuel Obenwani Obi because it's Nigerian actually. Ebo, what's up? So yeah, George Lucas owes me some damn checks. I'm tempted to go ahead and take him up to 190 instead of, because right now in terms of the amount of gold I have, I can go in like 3 more times. Maybe 4 more levels. So get him up to 190 or get him up to 188 or just honestly bounce back and forth and get the roster up to that level too. Nah. Let's get everybody up to 190. Okay, 190 and then bats because you're Batman. And now I'm out of that gold. I get some more gold and then we can make it work. Okay, so now I've done all of this struggling and burned through my diamonds to try to go at 2618, and I'll probably fail. So let's go ahead and watch me be frustrated. Can I even buy? No, I can't. All right. Oh, actually, passing. Who said they saved up 7K? Was that Passing Wind, right? No, Pmoy. Got an epic Robin, Damien, from the 5K Diamonds. Okay, good. So you got a nice little epic there. He's not the greatest in the world, but he's not bad at all either. He's going to be good on bleed teams. He's going to be good against who in Evil Falls? I can't even remember. Apologies. You're going to want to put him on your, yeah, that one. Oh, man. Oh, no. Power Ring. Who is going to go live tomorrow, I think. Oh, nope. Sorry, that's Death. But Power Ring team, you're going to want him. They recommend him for Ultraman, kind of. I think that you're better off doing Green Arrow than really focusing on Damien for here. But if you don't have anybody in the meantime, then Damien does help get to those kryptonite crystals in the back so you can destroy them with him. And I guess in terms of your progression right now, it'd be good for you. Okay, so What was I about to do? Yeah. Main story. Mm. Also with convergence, because now that everybody's upgraded at least 5 more levels. Man, I love level link. Now that everybody's leveled up at least 5 more levels, we can make that work. Why is Superman still stronger than her? I do not get it. She has the artifact and everything, and her power is higher. I don't understand why he's above her. I don't get it. All right. Anyway, is his gear better? I mean, yeah, his gear is better. What is his crit chance though? Anyway, yeah, 12% crit chance. I still have him in the attack. I mean, maybe I should do that because I think her crit chance is, yes, up to 32 now. And I believe for Red Hood, I have it stupid high as well. Anyway, all right, so let's try, what are we doing? Let's try 2618. My roster's expanded now. It is a little bit more powerful. This is still hard. I know. Oh, wait, why was my messages paused? Let me move this up. Can't get past this with one. I can't get past this Wonder Woman stage. Is this in system recovery? Very happy to be part of the league right now. What's up? Just bottleneck with HP. Man, what we have been talking about for the last hour and a half. What I just had to go through to get some titanium. All those stupid decisions I just made. So I got mission 1918 probably until League Mercs refresh. Yeah, the thing is I don't have any Mercs that I actually what was it? I can go rent one. I can rent the Bride. Let me go check out the Bride real quick. The problem is, well, we'll see. We'll see how strong the Bride is. The Bride is at 122. Okay. I don't think she'll help me complete anything, but I could use her in some stuff because I've never used her before. I wonder if... Well, I'll just do it anyway so I can give P-Moy a thank you as well. I wonder... Oh, there's a Superman DCU. We're not using him. Not for now. Not for nothing. All right, so let's see. Do we get to see... You know what? Okay. Should probably use that to read her stat. Why does that say DCU though? Was she? Nope. You know what? Don't tell me. 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 I still haven't seen the Superman movie yet. Leave it. One sec. She's. But okay. So now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hire her at some point. I'm gonna hire DCU at some point. And in fact, let me just do it now because here's the other thing about it. When you hire them, you get the mercenary not available yet. Is that what it just said? Hold up, confirm, and it says, oh, now it says already hot. Oh, already. Okay, I don't know what that was. Because I believe, do they show up here? They do not. They do not. Because when you go into the game, if you don't use them, then they stay in your available roster to use. So I'll have Bridesmaid here to choose from. But I was thinking, like, if I can use her as a mercenary, I could run her. Like, I'll have her here for a while. The problem is that I don't know where I could use her right now and succeed. So therefore, it's not going to succeed, and I'll just keep her for the rest of the week off my roster. So I think I'll put her in something that I can beat with. Need to change her 1 to 25. Aha! I see what you were doing. I see what you were doing. I see you. Okay. You know what's funny? I think behind the scenes tip again. I think. Well, I guess that does make sense. Okay. I was looking at the chat thing and it was just coming off weird. Okay, so focus. First thing Nightwing's gonna do is pop off and stun Wonder Woman. They stay with you, but the other people can rent them too, though, right? If I rent them now, What's up, Mike? If I can rent them now, does that mercenary stay with me until I beat a mission? Other people can rent it too while I have it, right? It's not like a library book. It's like an e-library book where they have multiple copies, right? All right. So anyway, how do we want to go about this? We have Bizarro here. Bizarro is actually one of the main issues here because he's keeping the damage from Nightwing to a minimum. Sinestro, I would love to do more damage. He's up front, which could create a problem. I think I had him up front though, and I have Wonder. And here's the thing, guys. I know Wonder Woman's the best damage dealer. I know. I had her up front or I had her in the back because she was getting stunned. I'm gonna put her here now with Sinestro next, knowing that she's most likely going to get stunned, and then Sinestro has to start doing his thing first. I was doing it this way before to help us with sustain, but now we're gonna try it like this and see what happens. Bro, and on another topic, the Night Stalkers and MSF are a good team to invest in. Yes, they are still really good. Night Stalkers are still a really good team. I think, though, if you can try to focus on the Fantastic Four MCU, they're the new arena team, and they're going to be, and have been, from what I understand, beasts in the game. Night Stalkers, yes. Accursed, no, unless you love Cosmic Crucible. Thunderbolts, stay the hell away from, except you're going to need Thunderbolts for that 7th Red Star in the Quasar event. It's like a requirement to have Accursed and Quasar, which I'm not a big fan of because Accursed sucks outside of Cosmic Crucible. Thunderbolts, only invest in Songbird if you can help it. Then Hyperion, and then Vicky Hand last, and then them others. It is what it is. But try to avoid. Don't put too many resources in Thunderbolts. Vigilantes, if you ask me, Vigilante, Liberty are like the two best teams in the game right now. And with Night Stalkers in that. There you go. There's your Marvel Strike Force update. Thunderbolts is so trash. Except for Songbird. Songbird is a beast, but Thunderbolts is so trash. All right. See, I told y'all I'd be playing Marvel Strike Force. It's just that I love DC Worlds Collide, man. I love me some DC Worlds Collide. And it felt like, except for recently, I will say in the last like 3 months, Marvel Strike Force has done a much better job of like distributing characters and giving like more free-to-play options and more good, strong content. Like the Danger Room is amazing. Negative Zone would have been okay if they hadn't like made you play it 500 damn times. I hadn't even played this version of the Negative Zone yet. I couldn't stand it. Starjammers are good, but they're very, very crucible. They're very, very crucible. They can handle themselves in war, but it's kind of like the Accursed, except Accursed is worse. Starjammers are good in Cosmic Crucible because they can take care of Mephistos for you, like just straight up them. So they are a good team. I don't know. And I would invest in them because you have to invest in Lilandra for Professor X anyway. So, yeah, I would invest in them. But I think my Groot and my Rocket, I stopped at level 100. And then I took... Havoc is good too, though. Havoc is really good too, though. Especially his out-of-turn attacks. He's a beast. Howard is okay. I would put a lot into Howard in the beginning, thinking that he was supposed to be good after reading his kit, and it just wasn't okay. So... Starjammers are good, but again, they're very, very Cosmic Crucible. So it's a little bit colored because I did like Cosmic Crucible. Once Overpower came in, I stopped liking Cosmic Crucible as much. 1027 mission, the Red Hood. See, this is the thing. I need to... Can you... No, you guys can't. Passing Wind, are you on my Discord? Because if you are, send me a screenshot of where you're stuck. This is going nowhere fast. Put in the in Discord, there's a player help section. Just put in the player help section a screenshot, and me and the other people who are active, I love the active folks in my Discord, they'll help you out. Yeah, Flip, that's the one crappy part about the raid section. And I think Alpha Flight should have been out of raids like the last cycle, and it'll definitely be out in the next one. I think they took Spider Society out in this one, which I like Spider Society, but they were old stat team. Yeah, kinda gotta. I will say this, and it's gonna kind of suck. Yeah, overpowered did suck. But that's when I was a spender though, so I could keep up. But that's the thing. You shouldn't make people have to spend in order to do it. If you want to spend to be at the top 10, okay, cool. But don't make everybody spend or else the rest of our roster sucks. Um, Depending on your alliance flip, I can't remember when the new raid is coming out. It should be sometime soon after this. Just tell your alliance, if you're in an alliance, just skip it. Only stick to the other raid, not the Orcus raid, but the one that's next to it that has like all the lines. I don't even remember anymore, but that has all the like just straight lines and it's not like a real map. Just stick to doing that one. Focus on the tunes for that one, and then just say Alpha Flight. Forget it. Although Alpha Flight is the most fun team for me in MSF. Oh no, they were a fun, good team, but they're pre-Ares stats, so they're not going to keep up in most other game modes. They can still be like a decent defense team on War, but they get hammered. So like them being fun, sure, but they're like ancient stats, the pre-Ares stats on top of that, and then you can't use them in any other game mode, but you're asking people to build them up to like level 100. No, that's not okay. That's not bad though, because he still runs his X-Men, right? Havoc still runs his X-Men, so he should still be good. But I like Havoc. Invest in Havoc. No, I can't do that because of all the mighty. Damn, what am I doing? I mean, maybe Starfire shows out again. I think I'm stuck. All that stuff to increase the teams, and I think I'm still stuck. Although Raven, let's see this first. Damn. Or maybe the issue was, okay, look. You know what? Let's go back. Let's do this first. Sinestro. Fine. We just keep the heals or the shield, one or the other. Let's do the heals for right now. We come over here on the heels. We do Sinestro right on the back of Wonder Woman because she'll be stunned. Okay. They are grayed out. I can't touch any of the pictures. Wait, what? You should be allowed to. You should be allowed to upload pictures on the Discord. I got the full Alpha Flight team this week. They had an event with They had an Alpha Flight event this week? Huh? Why? Okay. I just tried to post a picture in the Discord. Yeah, I saw that. I think I have to change the Discord settings. I still need the old hack to complete the Night Stalker's team. She's farmable. She's farmable. Oh, yeah, that's right, because she's, yeah. But isn't she farmable on one of the hard nodes? I think Agatha is farmable. If I remember correctly. Although they might have changed the nodes, though. Okay, so now I have Sinestro going in front. This 4 ultimate cost, I'm hoping it's not hurting us too much. But knowing that Wonder Woman is going to get stunned, but now she's okay. She's back up. Cool. I think we've already used all of our reinforcements, yes, for round 4, so. Wait, are you guys like just now starting Marvel Strike Force? I mean, it's a good time for new players to come in. But are you guys like just now? Because like Night Stalkers, Alpha Flight, like I built Alpha Flight over a year ago. So I'm wondering, and they were good then. So I'm wondering if you guys are like really, really new to it. I'm guessing you are. Do your best if you're new. Do your best to not go backwards. Don't worry about the previous teams except for like the top ones, like your Vigilantes. Absolute A-Force is okay. They're really good in war. Night Stalkers, like those 3 teams, Liberty, Vigilantes, Night Stalkers, I would say it's okay to invest in those, and then just try to focus on the teams that came out last month, this month, and the next month, and put your resources in them. Accursed is not a good team, but they're gonna make you. Thunderbolts is not a good team, but they're going to make you develop them. So sorry, guys. But don't worry about going back to like Spider Society and I'm trying to think of another like old team. Illuminati, those teams. Don't worry about those, right? Those are too old. Their stats are too old. Their stats are all pre-Ares. Just leave those out. Um. Okay, cool, Mike. It gets to be a complicated game. There's a lot of stuff to get into. So if you're just starting now, you're picking a pretty good time to start off with that game. Especially since you don't know the world before overpowered. Oh, you're ignorant, just like the Thanos snap. Like I said yesterday, you guys don't know the world before Zatanna had her debuff. You guys don't know the world before Lex had his not her debuff, her nerf. You don't know the pre Lex nerf world. You don't know the pre Constantine nerf world. You guys are happy, blissful. Okay. Overpowered actually really just took me out of Cosmic Crucible. I used to love playing Cosmic Crucible. Now it's like I like it if I get matched up with a dude who's not Daddy Warbucks. Man, so at least we're making it to the end, but we're not killing nobody because Bizarro is annoying. And I'm wondering if I should try a different technique, i.e., maybe bleeds. And damn, he stay blocking. Maybe bleeds. Oh, when they had starting on the Lilandra event was very good. Flip, you got lucky. If you spend energy on the campaign, you get them all red stars and everything. Do you know? I got nice talkers from the past. Okay. Mike, don't do it. Don't build Spider Society right now. They're an old team. They're not even in any of the raids anymore. Like maybe if you catch up on building all of your characters right now to level 105 and have some good gear tier 20s, maybe, but it's just kind of a waste of resources until they make you do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry. And they were a fun team too, which is not helping. They were a really fun team. I enjoyed them a lot. Which is not making you feel any better. I'm sorry you missed it, man. That party was awesome. It was so much fun. We did everything. Oh, well, great. Thanks. I missed the party. You suck. My bad. My bad. I didn't mean to rub it in. Okay. An Illuminati. Odin Illuminati. Odinati was a pain. They're not the worst. Illuminati isn't the worst. I mean, it's not. No, I can't recommend it. I'm trying to find a way to say I can't recommend it in good conscience for you to do anything with Illuminati. If your focus is on progression of the game, if you're looking to just have fun, then do whatever. If you're just trying to have a good time, then do whatever you want. But if it's like progression based and competition based, unless you already got Odin and then you can run Odin with Illuminati, but I think that won't last for more than the next 2 or 3 months. I think by the next Crucible season, that'll be gone. I think a curse already handles that too, right? Anyway. The main issue actually I think I need to do is I need to switch this. Because I have been focusing on, like Wonder Woman's focusing on doing damage to Nightwing. But because of Bizarro, the damage is immediately going to be limited. What I need to do is focus the damage on Bizarro and get his face wrecked. And then once Bizarro's gone, that should open up Nightwing. That's what I need to do. Ah, yeah. Orcus is good too. Orcus is good too. And Lilandra can be a monster. But yeah, spiders, their damage sucks because they're pre-Ares stats. And there was I keep saying that. When Ares came out, they did a recalculation of all the stats and how they multiply. So the characters before Ares did not get that multiplication, and the characters after did. That's why you see characters after Ares have 1.5 million power levels, but the characters before are below a million. And it's just because of the math they redid in the background, and they only did it with the newer tunes coming out and didn't let it affect any of the ones in the back. We seem to be... I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You're not going to make me say it. Keep freezing Wonder Woman. Stop it. All right, here we go. Burn. Can we get rid of that henchman in the back? Can we get rid of that henchman in the back, please? All right, so now I would love if they focus only on Bizarro. Wonder Woman's going, oh no, she didn't get stunned. She didn't get stunned. That we like. Focus on Bizarro. Get Bizarro out the paint. Please. That's the only way you're going to be able to whittle down on Nightwing. We only got 3 turns left. There is silence on Nightwing too, which we do appreciate. Hit Bizarro. If we can get him like we are right there. 3 turns left. And we got all 5 of our characters, so we should still be popping off ultimates too. Even if she gets stunned, that's fine. That's fine. We're okay. We're not going to make it though. Ares is okay, but still a bit older now. He doesn't really have a team. Hercules went with the Mighty Avengers, and that team is trash. Although Immortal X-Men do run well in Crucible, can run well in Crucible. And the Mighty Avengers were actually a post-Ares team, very recent. Well, very recent, but pretty recent. Damn. Sorry. I don't like LeBron necessarily. He's okay. I damn sure don't like Luka. I hate Luka, but I am a Lakers fan. But it's because of Kobe. So I was one of the guys who did not want I did not want LeBron to join the team. And when they said Luka was joining, I was genuinely upset. So, but yeah, Lakers 100%. And it's because of Switzerland, actually. When I moved here and I was still trying to find my connections back home, when I would wake up, and I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do a workout before making breakfast and then going to work, right? And then basically because 5 a.m., if I was going to stream a game while I was working out, I had 2 choices. It was either Clippers or the Lakers. Not going to cheer for the Clippers. So it was the Lakers. Raven is a really good fit on a lot of teams, and she had fallen off my list for a little bit, but since I've taken her rank 8, I feel like she's back up, which kind of goes to the whole ranking up tunes to improve them. But yeah, I do like Raven. I mean, like Raven more now. I liked her before, and she's really good in the early game because there are not a lot of healers in this game. They don't have a lot of healers. So Raven's Revive came in clutch. But then as I had Kid Flash and Zatanna back, old school Zatanna, Raven fell off because I could sustain my team, so the Revive wasn't necessary. Now that I have a rank 8 and that they given Zatanna this nerf, Raven is kind of relevant again depending on the situation. All right, here we go. Now I need you guys to focus on Bizarro. Well, first get the henchman done in the back. I think last time it was around about round 7 or 8 when the last henchman fell. And it gave us a pretty open window to try to take care of Bizarro and Nightwing. But I've moved Wonder Woman over so that her basic attack, please heal Kid Flash. Damn. Because I needed Wonder Woman's basic and advanced attacks to focus in on Bizarro, so I put her over to the right. Oh, jeez, I don't like this. Damn. Okay. We needed Kid Flash to live. Robert, when you have to start the sentence with "hear me out," you already know. You're like, wait. No, let me finish. I know it sounds crazy. Let me finish. You were already prepared for me to be like, what is you talking about? 21 viewers, 14 I know, right? Thank you guys for the support. All the likes, all the viewers. I love it. It's fun. It is fun. Thank you for putting up with my madness. And thank you for that 30 minutes of like random Marvel Strike Force, for putting up with that 30 minutes of random Marvel Strike Force talk. My bad. I will go on a tangent. All right. Vixen is useful at rank 8. These teams with Bizarro are aggravating. Hard to balance sustained damage output. I'm only chapter 19, and he's been aggravating when I've run it. That's the thing. I like him. He's good. I want to develop him more for my team, but facing teams with this little bastard on it, it's infuriating. Although they do that a lot. Kid Flash, when Kid Flash is on the side of a boss, he's annoying as hell. Like, Killer Frost can be annoying as hell. We're gamers. That's what we do. I'm trying to stay a gamer, man. I realize that I can't play console games as much anymore unless it's Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if I don't have the patience anymore, or I'm just used to like playing like this. I've been playing like this for the last 6 years, 7 years, so I'm not used to like the screen anymore. I want to run it again like this. I mean, I might as well as I try to think out what the next steps are. That's what I'm going to do. Zatanna's in there to put the frantic on Wonder Woman so she hits harder. Lex is in there to put out shields to help us survive. Kid Flash is there to heal to help us survive. She just stunned Nightwing. I love this woman. Wonder Woman, what's your phone number? Wonder Woman, do you have any Nigerian in you? I'm not going to finish that joke, but you guys know where that joke goes. You are my favorite. And then she gets stunned. See, you know, you give somebody a compliment, you feel good about them, and then they just let you down. I'm at work watching the live dedication. Appreciate you. Don't get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble. I'll try to keep my language like, you know what, as a matter of fact, whenever your boss comes, just let me know, and I'll just start talking into some political stuff. Just be like, what's going on? It's like, well, the NASDAQ moved 200 points. Like, just let me know. I'll start talking about something educational. Or I'll go into like a sermon. I don't know. I'll go into preacher voice, something like that. I'll do something weird. I'll talk another language, and then you can be like, no, I'm actually listening to this to help learn German. Like, that's why, I try to work on myself and education. So she's not picking up for me. Okay, never mind. I'm stuck. I'm not stuck anymore. I put Raven in the group, ranked her up 1, and now I'm back on. Okay, there you go. There you go. Good job. Yep, I told you I wasn't gonna finish the joke. I told you. We got chat. Chat will finish it for me. Chat will finish it for me. Your smoke shop. Wait, y'all smoking meats over there? Are y'all smoking? Oh my goodness. Are y'all smoking like, or is it like a head shop, where it's like that kind of smoke? It's a different kind of smoke. Which smoke are you talking about? Because first thing, damn, that shows I'm hungry. First thing you said was smoke shop. I was like, man, if I can get me some smoked ribs right now, dog. Let me stop before I make a Uber Eats mistake. Folks in this country don't know how to barbecue. They don't. You got to talk to your Serbian brothers and sisters about being on the grill. They're the ones who know how to do it. The Swiss will burn the hell out of some chicken wings. How you dry out these chicken wings. Anyway. More psychology talk. I'll go into, I can give you the my dissertation on Henrietta Lacks when I did my master's in law. I can give you a conversation on learning and memory when I did that section in my psych degree. NYC only knows one spot. Oh, okay, well. If you had been in the South, I'd have said, okay. No, you in New York. All right, so y'all ain't barbecuing nothing. Y'all ain't got the space. If you live in Jacksonville, Florida, You want smoked barbecue, you got to walk about 10 feet in any direction. I'm saying they don't have that here. And I think that's why I'm in such good shape and have lost a lot of weight. Because if there was a rib shop around the corner, if I could get some crawfish from a boil, seafood boil. And by the way, I know Jacksonville, Florida, by the way. I mean, I'm from Auburn, Alabama. You think I haven't been to Jacksonville, Florida? Let me tell you what. If you want some good barbecue, go to a tailgate at Auburn University and say "War Damn Eagle" and watch people throw ribs at you. As a very poor college student, and when I say poor, I was just a working college student. You know what I mean? Those days when it was like, man, I'm sick of ramen, but it's a game day. I'm going to head over to the stadium. I'm going to walk around the tailgate. I'm going to say War Eagle a few times. I'm going to come off with some of this tater salad and some of these ribs and some of this steak, because nothing football fans like more than feeding other football fans. Lord have mercy. Oh, man. Like on those days when it's like, I got no money and I ain't got to work today, so that means I can't get this sandwich out of the deli like I normally do. Let me walk on over here to this tailgate by Jordan Hur. University of Alabama. Boo. Boo. Dude, put it this way. A lot of people come over to Switzerland and they'll start up like the Japanese restaurant they have here, which is solid. It's legit. It's good. It's good. But if you came over here and did like proper barbecue, out the door. There is one place that does. It's called Fork and Bottle, and they do good. They do some good stuff over there, and they are out in like out of the way place. That place is still open. You know why? Because the food is good. I'm telling you. No, Flip. I mean, sick of like instant ramen. Alabama in the year 2003 was not serving any real Japanese food. They gave you a full scholarship, so you only went for 1 year. I mean, we all make mistakes. I got divorced. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I understand. You think you're in love with something, then you get there, it's not what you think it is. Then you're like, man, how in the hell do I get out of this situation? Okay, I don't want to say it. I'm trying to kind of ignore it because I feel like every time I commented on it, things go downhill. But I am watching it. What's the chosen profession? Cup of noodles all the way. Hey, I'm Igbo, man. I'm not Nubian. I'm Igbo. I mean, they do go hard. I'm not saying that. But you got to tell me this for real. If you got smoked ribs in front of you with some tater salad and some good macaroni and cheese, some black eyed peas, if you're from the South, everything I just described has you hungry. If you got that in front of you versus some cup of noodles, we're not talking about the same sport, my friend. It's like comparing baseball to kids' t-ball. It's not the same sport. Real ramen, though, real ramen goes hard. Pass and win, you're hilarious. Been married 31 years. Congratulations. I was married for 3. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, so we're at turn 10. We still have 4 minions up. But the focusing on Bizarro thing seems to have done part of the job. But that means I have 4 turns to try to take out Nightwing. I'm not worried about the henchmen because we'll get off on other AoE attacks. But Bizarro is gone after all that noise. And so now we need to do damage to Nightwing as much as possible in these next 3 turns. And these damn henchmen just won't die. And now Lex is, I don't need the AoEs to go there. I should not have done AoEs as automatic. Honestly, I'm removing automatic now, and we will do this manually. Because the only ultimate that's going is going to be the Wonder Woman or Superman. Damn. Nope, nope, nope. We're not doing Zatanna. We're holding, we're holding, we're holding, we're holding. Soups, 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 and Wonder Woman. If I hadn't had that one ultimate go the wrong way. Fudge. I'm not cursing on YouTube. What you know about college life when you had the barbecue left over from your grandma's house and you ate it with the ramen noodles the next day because that was going to be your lunch. The macaroni cheese needs to be right. I will tell you this. It needs to be right. There better not be a bit of water at the bottom of that plate from the macaroni and cheese. That means you salted things too early. You stop it. And you better not mess up the tater salad. You can't mess that up. Wait a minute. I got to figure out a way to make this work. Maybe that's better. Wait, what? No. All right, here we go. Oh, you were an actor off Broadway. Cool. That's what's up. Off Broadway, but yeah. And Disney modeling commercial work. All right, there you go. There you go. There you go. Chasing the dream and made it happen. Like, dog, these little wannabe skater boys in the back with the face mask are killing me. And they're about to kill Kid Flash. If Kid Flash don't make it, which he didn't make it, you know why? Because I forgot that I made the Ultimates manual. All right, so let's do this. We're going to focus and try to do this manually. Because I feel like I'm right at the doorstep. And we did stun. Cool. Now would be the time where I'm gonna use the shield from Lex actually to give us a little bit more quote unquote life. We're gonna wait. We're not using Zatanna at all. We will use the Batmobile right now. Try to get the stuns out there. Let's go. Some blocks. Of course they're blocks because why wouldn't there be? We're gonna try to run a heal with Kid Flash. No, yeah. No, we can do a soups real quick. Oh, no, we'll do a Wonder Woman while she's not stunned. That's what we're going to do. We'll do that real quick. Where are we at health-wise? We can do a soups real quick. And then coming back around, we'll do a heal with the mirror real quick. Bet. And then the next step is Kid Flash doing his heal thing. We're going to have it coming up now. Kid Flash heals. Cool. We will run TT. Run me my money. There we go. And then the next step is going to be Wonder Woman. If she goes frozen, yep, then we move over to soups. Oh, no, Wonder Woman's up. Wonder Woman's up. Bet. All right, so now health-wise, we seem to be in good shape. I'm going with soups. I'm going to use Lex next to get his shields up to protect us a bit more. The stun on Wonder Woman is fine. We run. Oh, actually, we're going to run Kid Flash. Kid Flash is low on health right now. And those dudes in the back, Lex, Kid Flash. Okay. Bet. Now we're going to wait this out and try to get Wonder Woman to run again. Bet. Yes, those are the henchmen from Dogma. Good shout. Love the movie Dogma. Yep, we don't need the heals at the moment. Superman would do us better here. I'm not even speaking English anymore. Do us better here. What the hell was that? Kid Flash, let's go ahead and get some heals out there. Next, soon as Wonder Woman comes up, but she might be stunned. Nope, she resisted the stun. We like that a lot. I'm saving this ultimate for Wonder Woman. Actually, yes, that. Kid Flash next for the heals. Lex is the next to get the shields back up. Yep. And now we'll run Soups to burst that burn on the henchman in the back. Soups, Wonder Woman. And then Soups. Bet. Okay. Now we're good. So now we should be able to maintain relatively well and just focus on attacks. I'm gonna wait and not do any heals from Kid Flash. Wonder Woman, let's go. Please stun somebody. Soups, let's go. Burn somebody. There we go. We're not gonna run anything else until we get more ultimate points. I don't know that this is gonna make it. Damn. I'm waiting for Wonder Woman to go. Soups. Who's now frozen. And now Wonder Woman who's stunned. Oh, nope. Didn't stun Wonder Woman. She's tough. She's tough out here. There we go. Wonder Woman, go. Boom. All right. Soups would be nice right now. We are not going to make it. Damn. All right. This is just stuck. I got to level up more. Jay and Silent Bob strike back. Snooch to the nooch. Love that movie. Dogman was such a good movie. Dogman made me change my religious beliefs, to be funny enough. Bro, all I need is 5 shards to get my hunters to rank 8. That'll come easy, though. That'll come easy. No worries on that. You'll get that easily. Coming up soon, I promise. Okay. Damn. Oh, God. Stuck on 2618. Digital universe. That does give me gold to help level up my characters. But I like to do digital universe as videos and walkthroughs. I have my week 2 assignment to do potato cuts. Feeling ultra. You have that's such a. I mean, I know you're saying you're going to culinary school, but that's like so. Of course, you need to do it, but that's so deep. Like you have potato cuts that you gotta practice and stuff. Like, who are your friends who are like, oh, you gotta do your homework? I'll be over in 5 minutes. You got potato cuts? Cool. That's what's up. I'm bringing hot sauce. What's up, Milton X? I don't know if I want to go through digital universe right now because I was about to end the stream pretty soon. I still have to do some more work on the formatting of everything and how it looks. However, I will say this is an improvement, but I'm going to need to design a banner for the bottom or something because I do not like that space at the bottom. I really don't. It's really bothering me. I'm trying not to notice it, but every time I look at it, I see it, and I'm like, no. Anyway, you guys don't care about that stuff. That might be it. However, no, we're not doing that. Oh, and also, I think I said this to somebody, and the person who asked is probably gone. Saving these now since I have my desired, and I'm going to save these until the desired is reset in 2 days and 8 hours, and then I'll run all my tokens at that time. So that's my weekly pull strategy. Now that my roster feels relatively deep. Starfire actually has me in doubts about how I've geared her, and I'm wondering if it would be better if I put her in attack and in crit. This already has an attack bonus too, because she was doing work on Steppenwolf, for like doing serious work. I don't have any free pieces though, I don't think. I mean, there's one shoulder, and that wouldn't even be like a downgrade. Body, we have nothing. Body, yada, 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 yada. What do I have in terms of attack? Oh, that's right. That's right. As a matter, I don't want to open up Discord here. I'm going to make a note. Thank you for reminding me, Passing Wind. I completely forgot about that. Discord, because I know in the general chat, they've been putting images in the general chat for Discord, but I thought that it's my fault. Whatever. Allow pics. Player help in Discord. Okay, got it. Can the chat be expanded to fit the bottom? Well, see, this is the thing too, because if I do the chat to go to the bottom like this, and then like stretch it, for example, you're seeing a lot, but then you're only seeing like if I do this, and then let's put the chat all the way behind the game, right? So you're seeing this. So it's almost like a news crawl across. And the only fear I have is if somebody says something wild, that's going to be like right next to my face. You know what I mean? Like if somebody just goes off on some wild stuff. Those skater boys in the back remind me of, which is not, you're not going to say anything wild. I don't think the people in this chat are going to say anything wild, but as the channel grows and more people watch or whatever, when people figure out, last night I opened a chest with 50 random so you see how like prominent that is. That's cool to put next to my face, but I don't have any kind of moderator or anything that's going to monitor these comments before they come through. So if somebody wants to say some wild stuff, that is right next to my, like that Nigerian comment that I made, right? Which I baited you guys into that. That's my fault. But hey, flip. How come we can't post images? Hey, we do. Hey, we're going to get to it. You can do it in the general chat. You just can't do it in the player help chat, but we're getting to it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. But we see the chat in chat window. We don't read the chat from your screen. Yeah, but you would because you have to remember with these, you guys are actually helping me out with this. This is the way this chat is set up is from YouTube and from Twitch. And I was thinking about adding some kind of element of Discord. How can you join the Discord? There is a link that I always forget to tell people. Have to go to Chrome, I think, honestly. And this is the other part that's kind of like, let's do it here. We can do it here real quick. I'll add I always forget to add Discord, and I talk about it. People are like, what's the Discord? Yeah, on Greifer. Maybe you should give them a link so that they can actually check it out. I swear I am an intelligent person. I promise, despite what you may see. Okay, so we'll put this copy in the YouTube chat right fast. Boom. Paste. Yeah. All right. So it should be in there now. But yeah, so like it'll be different things coming up. I don't know. And I can pin, can I pin this to the top using this chat? First words from me. Yeah. Ignore a highlight user, ignore user highlights. I can't pin this though. But I think there's a thing where I can put a modification in that anytime somebody asks, what is the Discord? It'll put the link to the Discord in there. And that is something I just thought about doing, which I will do. What is the Discord? Bet. And then that goes to my streamer bot, AO or IO, I think is what it is. Streamerbot.io. All right, that goes there. Cool. All right, so yeah, so I don't know. Any tips on Convergence Central City level 5 boss fight? See, Mike, I need to know who that is. Let's back up because I was gonna need to look for. Yeah, because we can't go backwards. We cannot go backwards. Is your level 5 boss also Green Arrow? How about that? Do they just like increase the level, but they have the same enemies? Because that's something I've tried to notice and just keep forgetting to look at. Then maybe I can give you some advice on that. Thanks, Passing Wit. I appreciate it. Your links and such can be at the bottom. That's what I was thinking. That's more of what I was thinking. However, the problem with that is that it's not clickable, and people hate having to do more than one step. If any guarantee towards like trying to sell something online, give one extra click and people won't buy it. I'm telling you. It's the boss. So the boss, and it's the boss at that chapter 5 is the boss Green Arrow. Because here our final boss on level 9 is Green Arrow. Albeit, and I can see the team is Superman, Wonder Woman, Constantine, Green. This gonna be rough. Is this what you're facing? Because I can't go back to chapter 5. After I confess that this game is more of an idle game, it's been easier to play. It has been easier to play, and I kind of appreciate that, Milton, because it does take focus. You can focus as much as you want, but you can also just kind of play and ignore it. It doesn't require me, like with Marvel Strike Force, which we talked about plenty. It's not that I need to focus on all this stuff and I got to link to a website and make sure to get my daily freely claims. I got to really make sure to do this and this and this and this and this. But it's not just like I run it auto. I have to watch it. You know what I mean? Like it's, This is true when the social media has done on to the brain for real. Dog, I'm telling you. You could tell people like this is a chance to win $1 million. Click once. And then the second time it's like, and then click this and they'll be like, yeah, I'm done. They'll be out on it. So no, it's Kid Flash the boss. My bad. Kid Flash is the boss. Okay. Kid Flash is the boss, or is Kid Flash assisting the boss? Because that's like a different approach. If you have Kid Flash as the boss, God, he's annoying. You can use the bat cycle to use decreased healing to reduce his healing a bit. If you do have any characters that stun or give silence, Black Canary, for example, she's an elite character that does give silence on her advanced attack, and that can be very useful. Wonder Woman, if you have Wonder Woman as a legendary, she gives silence on her advanced attack. Stun from Nightwing on his ultimate. You have which attacks the character with the highest attack, which might be Kid Flash in that scenario. Bane, just in case, that stuns everybody, but I mean, it gives you a chance. The Batmobile, if you got that, maybe that stuns. The main thing is that he's going to be faster than you, and you want to try to slow down his heals. The best is like decreased heal and finding some way to either silence or stun him. That would be the advice I would give. And then try to hit him with a truck with Batman. Batman has the affinity advantage. If you have him. If you have Wonder Woman or something. If you have a legendary like DCU or whatever, them of course. But, Batman is the most accessible, heavy-hitting, mighty in the game. So, yeah, that would be my recommendation on getting past Kid Flash as a boss. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back. Albeit, I gotta say, Robert, I'm looking over here at the screen. I kind of like the comments down at the bottom. I just need to find a way to filter, because my worry is one, those friggin' chat bots that come in and just dump a bunch of links into it. And two, anybody saying something inappropriate. Now, I made fun of the whole like comments and stuff. 9 times out of 10, honestly, I haven't seen you guys say anything inappropriate. Even the like, no, I'm like, yeah, you use the F word, but you like censor it. And even if you did use like curse words, I don't really care that much. This is something from my past in studying mass communications when I was at Auburn University, where microphone goes on and I do my best not to curse. It's just, it switches on. I don't know. And I feel bad if I do it otherwise. It's a thing that I wish I could breed out of me, but it's not going to go anywhere. I guess I'm too old school, too Southern, and I still treat this channel like my mom might be listening. May she rest in peace. I don't want my grandma tuning in from heaven like, what did he just say about Wonder Woman's bosoms? She would never say bosoms. Anyway, so no, but having it next to it, I'm kind of liking the look. I might leave it like this for now. Good idea, though. I appreciate your idea. Because I'm looking at it now. I kind of like it, but then I have this other blank space above my head now. It makes the comments more prominent. I do like making you guys who make this channel more prominent and like next to me. I do enjoy that. I just worry about guys who are going to flip off and do something inappropriate. However, cursing I don't find inappropriate. But if somebody drops some kind of political nonsense in here, or some MAGA head decides he wants to say something about race, or some homophobe decides he wants to come and say something about trans people, they can kiss my ass. So like, I don't know. I don't want to. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want any kind of inappropriate negative energy coming through. And I can filter for like curse words and stuff. I can't filter for homophobia and racism necessarily unless I use some keywords. However, if you've ever been to Boston, from what I understand, I think Bomani Jones, I heard this from Bomani Jones, you know, there are plenty of good people in Boston who love black people. I think that city gets a bad rep because of its history, but there are also racists, just like Alabama. There are tons of good people who don't give a damn about your color, but there's also a lot of racists. And they call black people Mondays. And the whole thing was that, and it's honestly, it's funny because your racism is creative. They call them Mondays because everybody hates Mondays. So like those kind of like sideways like racist things, those kind of sideways political things that I may not catch real quick, so I can send the chat dark because I can't do that. That's what I worry about. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I guess I'm still trying to represent my mama and my grandmama and my family and do them proud. In any case, I think I have to be done, guys. George Carlin. I love George Carlin. Hold up. There's an art to be inappropriate. That's why George Carlin was my favorite human. And the thing is there is. And some people think that, like, what was it, Michael Dice Clay or whatever, that comedian in the 80s who just thought saying the most rude and shocking thing was funny. And they're like, well, you just don't like it because it's rude and shocking. No, I don't like it because it's not clever. It's not funny. It's not. Like, it's just like horror movies. The Ring is the most terrifying horror movie I've ever seen, one of. And there was no blood. You did not see one person get stabbed. You didn't see any guts get pulled out. None of that stuff. Bird Box, which did have a lot of blood, was one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, but because it was well written, well acted, good story, that not just, oh, we're going to drop 7 teenagers over here in the woods and give some dude an axe. Run. That doesn't do anything for me. And it's like, oh, well, look, the head got cut off. Okay. Great. That's not a plot. Sorry. Anyway, y'all got me on another random tangent. I get too comfortable around y'all. Y'all gonna have me cursing on here in no time. I had a dream that Penguin said, why can't we be friends? You had a dream? Big Sweet. You had a dream, and I hope, this is the other thing too, you got me on my Cedric the Entertainment thing. Because I don't know if you're a man, woman, or non-binary, but the fact that I just called you Big Sweet just flashed in my head when Cedric the Entertainer was like, I'm not finna get ready to call no another dude delicious. What if he way down the street or something? Hey, yo, delicious. Hey, yo, D, hold up. You know what I mean? Like, did I just call another grown man Big Sweet? No, I'm saying Bird Box was amazing, but Bird Box was amazing because it legitimately had an amazing plot. It was well acted. The moments that were tense weren't tense because they were bloody. It was tense because of the tense situation they built around it. They built all of this up into like this, like, dead up. That scene where the kids leave the boat. It was the first time, I want to say, in years that I was actually talking at my TV screen on my couch with my lady at the time. I was like, get your in the boat. She said, stay in the boat. I was really upset. And the reason why is because I have 2 kids, my son and my daughter. And I was putting them in that place. Like, if y'all don't stay y'all ass in this boat, I'll kill you. They won't get a chance to touch you. I'm going to get you. You know what I mean? That is good writing, good tension building. She's walking around blind, that kind of stuff. The Ring, it was terrifying and horrifying, but they didn't slit anybody's throat or put 1,000 bullet wounds into somebody, which can also be creative. But I just called another dude Big Sweet. Oh, wait, it is what it is. I'm gonna still call you Big Sweet, dog. I'm gonna still call you Big Sweet. But like with The Ring, same thing. There was no blood in it. And that movie is horrifying, and in a good way. I watched it multiple times. But then I'm trying to think of another, the Saw. Saw 1 was all right. I didn't watch it, but from what I read, it was okay. Saw 2, but then it became this thing of where we're just going to try to show the most creative deaths possible. Final Destination, way back in the day. Bad movie, decent thought process to a plot, though. I'm cool with it. But then you get to the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th one, and it's like, y'all just trying to find really creative ways to kill. Final Destination 2 was the last one I saw. I laughed. because all of the deaths were just hilarious. They were funny. When I went on a date with a girl in high school to go see Hannibal, and the deaths were so ridiculous that she and I both were laughing in the movie as like 16, 17 year olds. It was just funny. Shout out to Megan, wherever you may be. So yeah, like, I can't. Y'all got me on another tangent. Okay. There's an art to being inappropriate. There's an art to making a horror movie. There's an art to all of these things where it can be vulgar and lewd, but at the same time creative and endearing isn't the word, but it can reflect something greater than. You can name all of the inappropriate comics you want, but the ones that were really good, like Richard Pryor, he was an inappropriate comic. He was hilarious. Dice Clay, or whatever the hell his name was, not so much. That's why his name doesn't get remembered. Oops. Dave Chappelle, inappropriate as hell. Good. Anyway, I was trying to think of like white. Oh, Bill Maher, Bill Burr. I'm trying to think of any white comics that aren't problematic right now. And I'm having a hard time. Smooth Operator, what's up? Sinestro and Insidious are great horror movies with literally no body count. Less is often more. That's what I'm saying. If you build a scene, if you build the atmosphere, get me into it. Have me invested in this white woman with two kids who don't belong to her, trying to get them. I think they were her kids or whatever. She just had to kill the guy that she was in love with, or he's dead or whatever, and now she's trying to just make it, and they don't know why this stuff is happening. What's going on? What's in the sky? Don't look at the sky. We don't look at the sky. Okay. All you got to tell me is don't look at the sky. Why? What's happened? What happened? What's up? What happened? Why am I not looking at the sky? Well, no, you told me not to look at it. Like that stuff is amazing to me. That's awesome. Okay. See, this is why I need that Patreon, so I can talk about this other crap. Because I'll go off on movies all day. And now I think that's part of the reason why I'm gonna stop now is I'm gonna do that watch along to that Predator movie, that animated Predator movie on Disney Plus. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I cooked some Thai food this morning too. Well, for lunch, got some red Thai curry. Sorry. Sup. Oh, and also, you know what I wanted to see? Parasite. I still haven't seen that movie, and everybody told me that movie was good. I never watched it. And then I gotta check Justice League Apocalypse War, Justice League Dark Apocalypse. I think that's the one I saw, and I didn't like it that much. But I'm gonna check it. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think he's gonna make it. All right. So guys, it has been fun. It has been real. It has been 3 hours. Thank you guys for joining me on a Saturday afternoon. I guess it's starting to hit Saturday afternoon, noon time for you guys too. Lunchtime. How you feel about The Exorcist? I can't mess with The Exorcist, man. And I think The Exorcist, put it this way, if you like horror and suspense, watch The Ring. It's good, but it will scare the hell out of you. The Exorcist, I have been terrified of watching that movie. I watched it once with friends in college, and I think the only reason it didn't scare me is because it's dated. But the concept was horrifying, so much so that they did this thing called Exorcist Begins. And the movie wasn't great. However, there's this one scene where the woman in it, and forgive, this is going to be the not safe for work stuff, although I'm not going to curse, I'm just describing a scene, where the woman gets possessed by the devil, and then she starts writing the dude saying, oh, you don't want to anymore. And that literally put me out for doing anything with anybody that night. Because I was like, nope, that woman's face is in my head, and what she just did, no, I can't do it. But like, I think that comes from a childhood fear of like devils and demons and stuff like that. Like the Exorcism of Emily Rose. That I've watched a lot of horror movies for a guy who doesn't like horror movies. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Funny enough, and I'm about to spoiler if you have not seen that movie. It is like 10 years old, but spoiler if you don't want to see it, don't listen for the next like minute. That movie where the girl was possessed, and they claimed, and of course they always claim this stuff, they used real audio from a real exorcism. And the thing about that movie is that it was good, it was creepy, and like certain body movements and things like that always kind of like make me like twist a bit. But at the end of that movie, it actually made the whole thing not scary for me. And it was a really, really funny twist. I don't know that they intended to do it that way, but they were kind of like, they said at the end, man has stopped believing in God, so I'm going to show him the devil to show that there's a God. And I was like, oh. So I was scared up until that point. I did not want to wake up at 3 o'clock. I used to wake up at 3 o'clock because I had to go to the bathroom or whatever, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I was like, there could be demons in the house at 3:30. But then they put that part, and I was like, oh, so but God cast the devil out with a finger. So what you're telling me is there is a God, you showed me the devil, but okay. So there's a God then. And they kind of just diffused the entire amount of fear that I had built up to that point. And then anything after that point, I was like, I'm not scared of it anymore. I don't think that was their intention, but that's what had happened. Slept with rosary, praying every night for a week thanks to seeing OG Exorcist. Okay. 10 is just not okay to see that movie. I'm sorry. That's what I get for sneaking to watch HBO. How many people have those stories of like sneaking with their cousins, sneaking with their older brothers, and then they're like, oh, we're going to watch The Omen. And it's like, oh, you just trying to screw up this kid. That's what that is. I know it's crazy, but from Richard Pryor album I grew up listening to, I can still hear him say, let me get it. Richard Pryor was hilarious. That's what I mean by like inappropriate comedy, is that you can have your inappropriate comedy now. And I love watching stand-up comedy. I flew to Amsterdam to see Josh Johnson. Love Josh Johnson. But like inappropriate comedy, even outside of time, if it's good, it's timeless. It's timeless. So it doesn't matter what curses you're dropping in the middle of it. It is timeless and it's well done. The Exorcist Believer is a great movie, but the message of the movie is amazing. The Exorcist Believer? I got a stuffy nose. What's going on? Wicked City had that scene. Was it Wicked City? What Wicked City had what scene? The scene with the woman. Oh, you mean the scene with the same thing? Like that it talk about a turn off. And I don't think the woman I was with was intending to do that, but she did. Oh boy. And I can't not say the jokes I want to say because again, YouTube. I'm trying to be. When I do the Patreon, I'll be a little bit more rated R in my language. They said the woman who played Emily was freaking people out because she played so well on set. That was the same thing with Heath Ledger and the Joker. Like I had when I was doing my short film stuff, which I would like to get back into that at some point. I had an actress come in from Germany who was just like interested in the script that I gave, and I would love to get that footage and re-edit it to make it better because it was a good concept. I liked it a lot. I just think it's a dated concept now. She was a method actor, and so what she would do was get herself into the mode of a specific animal that she said would reflect what the scene required, and then the antagonist in this short film, she spent the entire 3 days scared of him, intentionally making herself feel like she was not comfortable around this man. And when I tell you, he was a good actor too. He was a really, really, really good actor. He could switch it on and off. Even when we were done, because I was writer and director. Even when we were done and I was talking through stuff or whatever, she was still like, if he would move, she'd still move. Like she was keeping herself at that mindset for 3 days. So yeah. Heath Ledger did the same thing. They were talking on the set about how Heath Ledger was doing method acting for the Joker, and that people, because he would still do this thing that he had developed for the Joker, and people on set, from what I heard, were like genuinely uncomfortable being around him and did not want to be alone with him. But that's what happened when you screw up your mind. All right, now Robert, appreciate you. Stay blessed. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and call this a video. It's like the third time I've said this. Thank you guys for joining me. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But I appreciate you. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to work on getting this set up even better. You guys watching gives me the encouragement to make the product better and better and better every time I get on. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. And you